as the sun drops behind the skyline of Chicago and the shores of Lake Michigan. We get set for Game 5 of the playoffs. Chicago leads New York 3-1, but they're hurting.
It's good for a team to suffer a little bit of duress, especially in the playoffs where it's do or die situation. So it's okay with us. We're going to be a better team because of it.
I'd be very surprised if our guys didn't come out and play with their heart. That's who they are. We don't have to win 3 in a row tonight. We have to win 1 tonight to get it back to a home game, to get it back to a 7th game. And that's our goal right now.
And here's the arena where the battle will be waged, the United Center, a couple of miles west of the Loop in downtown Chicago, filled to capacity plus tonight. 24,000 on hand as these two old rivals have at each other once again, the New York Knicks and the Chicago Bulls. Good evening, everybody. I'm Vern Lundquist. Welcome back to Chicago and what could be an elimination night for the Knicks. They have had a chance to win each of the 4 games thus far. They captured Game 3 in overtime at home. I'm joined, as always, by Danny Ainge. Danny, what's the mindset of the Bulls now as they get ready for the game?
Well, Vern, first of all, I think they're feeling mortal after winning 72 games and getting slaughtered and slaughtering Miami. New York's physical play has taken some bark out of their bite. They need to win. They don't want to go back to New York. They have to feel good. They're up 3-1 in spite. No Tony Kukoc, 32% shooting by Scottie Pippen.
Well, the New York Knicks came in here last week, had a chance to win both, won at home, had an excellent chance to win Sunday. What's kept them from getting over the hump?
Rebounds, rebound, and turnovers. But right here we see they're not as athletic as the Bulls, so they have to do a better job of blocking out. Right here, Charles Oakley and Hubert Davis allow Scottie Pippen and Ron Harper a free lane to the basket. Big time, easy second possession. They can't allow that. In the series, Vern, they have dominated the offensive boards in every game, leading to 60 field goal attempts in the series more. That is awesome. Their guards are killing them on the boards. John Starks and Harper are being out-rebounded on the offensive glass 19-2. There, Starks doesn't even watch Harper, sneaks in, gets another huge possession in the 4th quarter of the game.
Well, as we have all watched the Bulls this year, inevitably, it seems to come down to Michael Jordan. No doubt it will again tonight. He'll battle Derek Harper yet again. He knows it'll be a long night.
They got a lot of warriors over there, and they're not just going to go down easy. So, you know, we got everything in control, but yet we still have to go out there and make sure it happens.
That's right. They won game number 2, and now they're back in Chicago for game number 5. That's right. It's Knicks and Bulls on TNT. It's that exciting to see you all. You're so excited.
If you wend your way through the streets of Chicago and come west, you'll find the United Center, and you will find the Bulls and the Knicks getting ready for Game 5 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Semifinal matchup, and let's check the starting lineups for both teams. Mason and Pippen, Oakley and Rodman, Ewing and Longley in the center, Derek Harper, Michael Jordan, and John Starks and Ron Harper. And let's check in with Craig Sager.
Back injuries are not supposed to be contagious, but they're definitely spreading with the Bulls. Michael Jordan has been able to play through his back strain. However, more severe strain has hampered Scottie Pippen's ability to move laterally on defense and vertically on rebounding. And then there's the injury to Tony Kukoc, who is in street clothes tonight. Earlier tonight, he was awarded the NBA's top 6th man award. However, his strain has prevented him from even practicing or dressing out tonight. As for the Knicks, Derek Harper is still hurting from Sunday's collision with John Sally. Now, Derek Harper has a muscle strain of the neck, a bruised shoulder, and a stinger on the nerve. He is in severe pain, but says he will play tonight. But he is definitely hurting. Vern?
Craig, it hurts to watch that video again. Our officials tonight, Dick Pavetta, Steve Javy, and Ronnie Nunn. The Knicks have not won here in their last 9 playoff visits, so history is not on their side, nor are Jordan and Rodman.
And it's interesting to see tonight. We'll have to watch this matchup between Mason and Pippen. Which one of those guys will show up? Mason's had an excellent playoffs, but no points, or 1 point in the last game. Scottie Pippen, on the other hand, 29 shots Saturday, only 11 Sunday. Which guys will show up?
Longley jumps against Ewing. Pavetta will throw it up. The ball, I meant. We're underway. Ron Harper into the hands of Scottie Pippen. Harper fresh from an 18-point effort on Sunday. Here's Rodman. Oakley picks him up. Mason has Pippen. Scottie Pippen mired in a shooting slump throughout this series. First turnover of the night for Chicago.
We can see the intensity in New York's defense, pushing every pass 3 or 4 feet outside the three-point line. Excellent start. They came out with a lot of energy.
Jordan guards Derek Harper. Here's Starks. Pippen, pick and roll with Ewing. The jumper from Starks is good. Nice start for New York.
And I think that pick and roll play with Ewing has been an excellent play throughout this series for New York. Patrick has gotten a lot of easy shots himself by setting good picks.
Jordan in the low post. 2 moves, and the ball won't fall. Tracked down. Another offensive rebound.
Yeah, they had good position. They just couldn't hang on to the ball.
23-4 in offensive rebounds in Game 4. Here's Jordan again.
You can't give them second shots. We talked about that in the open, Vern. Chicago is just so athletic. You got to box out. You got to get the ball. They're going to get some, but you got to limit them.
Charles Oakley dishes left side for Mason, who passes on the long jumper. Brings it inside, takes the jumper from the free throw line, and got it off the glass.
Well, he should only get 1 point for that, Vern. He wasn't calling that glass. But Mason, we see, he came out. He's not happy with the 1 point he got in Game 4. He realizes he needs to be more aggressive and assertive on offense.
Here's Pippen. Foul on Ewing.
Right here, Rodman, who's averaging 5 offensive rebounds a game, is drawing a lot of attention from Oakley, causing Oakley a lot of fatigue. But here, he didn't even try to box him out. He just wraps him up, says, I can't get the rebound. Just make sure Rodman doesn't get it.
Scottie Pippen gets the first.
And that's why the New York guards, Vern, have to get back and rebound, because Oakley, their best rebounder, is giving himself up to defend Rodman on the box. They have Jordan, the guards coming back and getting those shots.
The putback from Rodman is good. Another offensive boards. They had 2 on that possession. Here's Starks. Too strong. Rodman. Into the hands of Ron Harper. Gets the screen from Rodman and takes the jumper. Loose ball foul. Rodman.
Well, this is a perfect team for Rodman to play. I mean, they have such great athletes out on the perimeter, great scorers, 2 of the best one-on-one players in basketball, Pippen and Jordan, and all Rodman has to do is get on the boards. And as athletic as he is, very difficult to defend.
Here's Starks, pick and roll back to Harper. Here's Ewing. Rodman waves at him. Ewing rattles it home. At the other end, Scottie Pippen hitting 31% in this series from the field. Longley loses control, and Ewing takes it down for New York. Knicks up by 1. Starks pick and roll with Mason. Nice pass from John Starks. Mason had to alter the shot. It's out of bounds, and it'll be Chicago's ball.
Well, Patrick had good position, but there Scottie showed his athleticism and showed how valuable a player he is in spite only shooting 31%. He does so many other things on the basketball court.
Mason picks up Pippen. Michael Jordan in the low post, guarded by Harper. Rodman cuts. Jordan with the fadeaway. In and out. Rebound Ewing. Quick outlet pass to Anthony Mason. It's 2 on 3. Mason guarded by Ron Harper. Oakley with the jumper. Got it.
Well, that's the part of Charles Oakley's game that's really expanded over the years. He's learned to shoot that shot. He can't score inside because he's not a great athlete, but he can shoot that 15-footer.
Phil Jackson doesn't like what he's seen. He called time. Knicks out by 3 with 8:47 to go first.
And then our big guys are going to have to fight, and they cannot get pushed under the basket. They're going to have to get Rodman off their backs, however they have to do it. It's all out warfare in the paint, and they're going to have to make a stand in the paint tonight to get people off their backs.
Danny, let's see what they did just a moment ago.
Well, you can see Oakley already fighting Rodman even before the shot goes up, knowing that Rodman's going to get the offensive board. But Patrick and Oakley do an excellent job right there keeping him off the glass. You know, Vern, it seems like it's an easy thing to do. Just quit. Don't let them have offensive boards. But it's not. They're so athletic. They have so much movement on offense. It's a lot harder said, a lot harder done than said.
Sometimes it becomes more than a matter of just effort.
Absolutely.
Here's Jordan backing in on the low post again. The double comes from Starks. Michael Jordan is now 2 of 8. 1 of 5, beg your pardon.
All of them are right around the rim. He's getting pretty good looks, and the balls are just rolling out right now.
Jordan finished 7 of 23 in Game 4. They're playing 3 games in 4 nights. These two teams in the playoffs, and there's the bounce for Harper goes through.
Well, I'm glad to see Charles Oakley pass it a little sooner. He's been a turnover machine so far in the first 4 games, averaging over 4 turnovers a game. So that was a good play. Get in the paint and dish out quickly to the shooters.
New York, what a nifty pass. Jordan to Harper.
Beautiful execution on the back cut. Harper was wide open, lost Starks on the pick.
Skip pass, Ewing over to Derek Harper. Now Anthony Mason. Muscled by Rodman. The double comes from Longley, and it's intercepted by Ron Harper. Pippen not quite ready for it. 10-7, 3-point New York edge.
And we've seen real early in the game why Chicago gets 15 more field goal attempts per game. Turnovers and boards.
Rodman. Longley, another offensive rebound. Blocked by Ewing. Now Derek Harper at the offensive end. Offensive foul.
Well, here Harper penetrates, finds Oakley in the corner. Oakley only takes 1 dribble, thank goodness. Beautiful pass. Great shot. Got the lucky bounce by Harper. And there's Jordan, who lost Starks, went over the top of the pick, unmolested at the basket. Beautiful execution, terrible defense by Starks.
Jordan to Rodman. Chicago on the line. Scottie Pippen with the turnover. The turnovers are even now at 2 apiece. In the last 2 games, the Knicks have turned it over 20 times each time.
Yeah, they have 20 more turnovers than they do assists in the series, and that's a horrendous statistic.
Foul underneath. Luke Longley. Here's first.
You see the turnovers there, Vern. That's just been killing them. And look at all the points. They're averaging over 21 points per game off of the turnovers. And that'll kill you every time.
Harper after the switch, and Jordan picks up the foul.
Michael not happy. He shouldn't be too disappointed. He got away with one of those himself in Game 4 down the stretch of the game.
Michael played Game 4, the last 7 minutes of Game 4, with 5 fouls. Here's Harper guarded by Jordan. 10-7, New York lead. 6:45 to go, opening quarter. Starks. Ron Harper did a wonderful defensive job on him, with the exception of Game 3 when Starks had 30 points. Here's Pippen, Longley.
Starks has a tough time shooting over Ron Harper. He has a quickness advantage, but shooting over him, Harper's athletic and long.
Rodman with another assist.
John Starks got lost again. He turned his back. He can't leave Harper. He's killing him on the offensive glass, getting too many easy shots.
19 rebounds for Rodman in Game 4 Sunday, but more significantly, the 2 big assists down the stretch, both times to Bill Wennington. Patrick Ewing takes Longley, goes inside, offensive foul on Ewing.
Beautiful defense by Scottie Pippen. That's 2 turnovers, and you don't do that to Steve Javy. He's got the quickest whistle in the West and the East
and all around the globe.
Well, Patrick's only complaint is that Scottie too close to the basket. Definitely a charge if the official thought he was far enough away.
Second personal foul and the technical on Ewing puts Michael Jordan at the line. Jordan is off to a really rough start. And Ewing's going to rest with those 2 fouls. Jeff Van Gundy quick to get him out of there.
Well, right now, someone for New York, they can't go into the low post to Patrick. Anthony Mason's going to be their post-up man. They've gone to a real small lineup, a lot of quickness. They should be able to keep up with the offense with the Chicago Bulls. A little bit better with their athleticism on the court now.
Willie Anderson is on the floor. Here's Mason, got it to go.
Mason needs to be a lot more aggressive offensively with Patrick out of the game. He's their sole low post player.
Foul on New York at the other end. Willie Anderson picks up his first.
Anthony Mason's had a terrific playoff, Vern. I kind of wonder what happened to his offense in Game 4, but he's allowed to have that. He had 6 great games previously. He took the night off in Game 4 for some reason, but you got to give a lot of credit to Scottie Pippen and the Bulls defense and Dennis Rodman's post-up defense against Mason.
Jordan. Derek Harper right in his face. Here's Ron Harper. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Rodman gets it back to Pippen from the corner, and Oakley leaves it for John Starks. Starks in transition, hurries. Nice pass into Derek Harper. 5:08 to go, third quarter. 3-point New York lead. Harper kicks it out to Starks. Pippen was there defensively, and Longley clears it to Chicago. Chicago has not shot better than 42% in any of the 4 games. And it's really a rough go for them here.
Luke Longley should be able to take advantage of Charles Oakley down in the low post.
That shot short for New York as Derek Harper misfired. Now Chicago 4 of 15 at the start. Bill Wennington getting ready to come on. Longley traveled. And now he'll sit.
Right here, Vern. Look at Willie Anderson. We call this a snake bite. Look at that. Hit Scottie Pippen right on the elbow. Got away with it. Michael Jordan's been complaining. Derek Harper's doing the same thing to him. Very difficult to shoot with that snake bite coming every time.
Now Jordan defensively on Derek Harper. Starks. Charles Oakley over Wennington. No one there to rebound for New York.
New York had a tendency of doing that. That's why they only had 4 offensive rebounds the entire Game 4. They're standing around a little bit on the perimeter, not cutting and moving like Chicago.
New York with only 4 offensive rebounds Sunday in the Garden. They have none in this first quarter in Chicago. That ball out of bounds, and Chicago will inbound.
They have a different type of offense. They try to run pick and rolls with guys isolated. They post ups with guys isolated, so they don't get a lot of slashers. Chicago, on the other hand, in their triangle offense, always moving, very difficult to defend all 5 guys.
Here's Willie Anderson off the feed from Derek Harper for 2. And the lead is up to 5. Wennington inbounds to Rodman.
Nice play by Willie Anderson. Willie Anderson, known for his defense, very intelligent veteran player.
Michael Jordan 1 of 6 so far. 3-second violation is called.
Usually in that kind of wrestling underneath the basket, officials call a pin in 3 seconds. Those guys are get a takedown. Those guys are wrestling every time down the court, Vern. It's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, I thought that show was on Monday night on TNT. 14-9. Here's Oakley and Rodman. Dennis turned 35 recently. He's going to have his birthday party tonight. Are you going to go?
Definitely not. I'll send him a card. I'll send him a hat from the Hat Club. He needs a new hat after those ones he's been wearing.
Yeah.
Are you going, Vern?
No, that's not a pretty picture. Here's another turnover.
If it was in Texas, you'd go. Get him a cowboy hat.
Maybe Colorado. 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. I'm surprised he made it to 35. Here's Rodman to Pippen. Willie Anderson. Rodman. Another offensive rebound and the putback.
Beautiful execution. Great feed by Scottie Pippen. And that's Dennis showing his intelligence. He sets the pick and rolls right to the open spot. Not a great offensive player, but he knows how to play basketball. He knows his man's jumping out to him. He rolls right to the basket, throws it to himself off the glass.
Chicago continued the theme of domination offensively on the boards in Game 4. 23 offensive rebounds in Game 4 to only 4 for the Knicks. Every which way they could, they did. And offensive rebounds in Game 4 for New York, Danny. Oakley had 3. Herb Williams had the other one.
I think they're so tired from boxing Chicago out of the other end, they don't have any energy to go to the offensive glass. They're resting.
Patrick Ewing resting with 2 fouls tonight. Offensive rebounds, 5-zip. Let's talk a little bit about 3 games in 4 nights for the 2 oldest teams remaining in the playoffs.
Well, there's one of the oldest guys on the court, 35-year-old Dennis Rodman. And he seems the youngest out there, seems to have more energy than anybody. But I don't think it should be too much of an effect at this time of the year. You play 100 games. These guys are in great shape.
Starks off the front edge, right in the hands of Ron Harper. Now Pippen, Wennington, Jordan, Harper, and Rodman for Chicago. Ewing continues to sit with 2 fouls. Here's Rodman. He's got 4 points. Jordan now 2 of 7 from the field.
Beautiful execution. Chicago's triangle offense. Throw the ball into Dennis. They know he's not a scorer. They just keep cutting and picking off the ball.
Oakley left open by Wennington. And Oakley cans the long jumper.
Another pick and roll creates an easy open jump shot for New York.
Now Wennington turns around. Have the 2 big baskets to seal the victory in the Garden.
Charles Oakley just threw Scottie Pippen out of the way. Scottie was going to jump right over the top and get that offensive board. Oakley got away with just pushing him and getting position.
Pick and roll. Starks. This time he takes it on the line. Another New York turnover. John Starks hit his first jumper and has missed his last 5 shots. 5 turnovers now for the Knicks here in the first quarter. Wennington with the screen. Pippen for 3. And Oakley gets the rebound.
Well, Scottie continues to struggle from the perimeter, Vern. It's well documented. He's got the sore ankles, the sore knees, the sore back, everything. But he continues to play through it, doing a lot of other things to help his team win, even though he can't shoot in this series.
8 of 27 from 3-point range in the series now. That one won't go, and Rodman gets another rebound. He's got 6.
And we see Scottie's great defense on that possession.
Pippen to Jordan. Anderson comes with a double. That leaves Wennington open. Willie Anderson clears the rebound.
And we see Charles Oakley just holding his own, trying to make sure Rodman doesn't get the ball.
Starks. Mason. Goes baseline off the glass for 2. Rodman with the foul.
I'm surprised they're letting Mason do that. They don't have great perimeter shooting, New York. Rodman's an excellent post defender without question, but Mason, this is his whole game. He is so strong down in the low post. You can see him just moving Dennis Rodman, as strong as he is, out of the way. Right here, Mason trying to keep Dennis Rodman off of the glass. Can't do it. Rodman gets the ball again.
Mason 70% free throw shooting in the series. A 5-point lead that equals the largest in the ball game. Here's Pippen for 3. 0 for 2 tonight. Knicks threw it away.
Good rebound, unforced turnover. They really didn't have a break opportunity. Oakley tried to throw an outlet to Harper. Just get possession of the ball and take care of it. Those kind of unforced errors are killing New York in this series.
Tony Kukoc not playing tonight. Judd Bushler comes on. He and his wife Lindsay, the parents of their first child, a little baby girl born last Wednesday night. Now Pippen and Steve Kerr is also on the floor. So the 2 former Arizona teammates join Jordan, Pippen, and Wennington. Jordan. Yep.
Starting to heat up. Those shots were just slipping, just missing in the first half. They're starting to go in the first quarter. I mean, they're starting to go in at the end of the first quarter.
And another turnover for the Knicks.
Another silly, unforced turnover. Michael was just hanging around. Mason never took a peek at him. Too many of those types of plays are happening for the Knicks. The ball has got to be more important than they're making it.
See, I'm learning. Turnovers, rebounds, and FGAs. Field goal attempt. Here's Bushler. Oh! How about the new father?
And look what the turnover turns into. A three-pointer for Bushler at the end of the quarter.
Way to go, Dad. Little Riley Sue cheering that one on. And we're tied at 18 at the end of one. Turnovers, rebounds, and FGAs.
Announcing Goodyear's Race Days Tire Sale. Save up to 25% on all Goodyear Eagles and all Goodyear Wranglers. Other Goodyear tires from $19.99. Get to Goodyear and save. And ask about Infinite Tread with a lifetime Tread Life limited warranty.
Beck's, the original import. Taste German beer at its finest. Beck's, America's favorite German beer.
Gravity by Foot Locker. Of all the laws of nature, you are my least favorite.
It's not your fault you exist, but gravity.
You are no friend of mine. You do not belong in my house. Though you show up every morning. I defy you, Gravity. You are not my obstacle.
That grin you see, that's me knowing I will beat you.
If only for an instant. Even if it's just for an instant. Foot Locker, where it all begins and gravity ends.
Nice pants.
Dockers, flat front khakis.
We're hot and wow. Call Domino's now.
There is only one pizza that makes my picky taste buds go ooh, ooh, ooh. It's Domino's Pizza, just the way Domino's does it. That crust with that pepperoni, those zesty herbs. I like the deep dish crust, the hand-tossed crust, any Domino's crust. Just crust, crust, crust. You've got to try your favorite toppings and tons of cheese on that Domino's crust. It's your turn. For hot and wild, call Domino's now. And in a few minutes, you'll know what I mean.
Rebel, take your creativity to a whole new level.
Express yourself. With EOS lenses and the Rebel X from Canon.
They knew we were coming, man. Do you read me?
Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible. Rated PG-13. Everywhere, May 22nd.
The Blues provide the musical background and the gorgeous fountain in Grant Park, the aesthetic background. The city of Chicago, we've reached the end of one. Judd Bushler's big three-pointer, Dan.
Oh, nothing greater, Vern, than coming off the bench. Jackson put him in just to spot up and shoot at the end of the quarter with 5 seconds to go. He nails it. It's a great feeling coming in fresh.
That ties it up at 18. Look at the offensive rebounding edge. New York still doesn't have one. Turnovers 7-5, and there's the FGAs +7. And during the timeout, Ron Harper, he's had to work hard in this series defensively, guarding John Starks. Here's Mason, and Longley knocks it backwards. Steve Kerr. Brown is on now. Michael Jordan, Rodman, and Longley.
Well, we see Judd Bushler hit the three-pointer, plays 5 seconds, gets 3 points. Coach takes him out.
Here's Rodman, and Ewing is back on the floor playing with 2 fouls. Anderson guards Michael Jordan.
And Michael's starting to heat up. He said those first 4 shots he took were rim rollers. They're starting to fall right now. They need to D it up a little bit more. Derek Harper did a good job on him in the first quarter.
Ewing has to go in and out, and Randy Brown with the rebound. Hubert Davis also on the court now for New York. Here's Randy Brown, had significant time in game 4, played very well. Jordan stays with Rodman, leading Anderson on Jordan. Or rather, Ewing stays with him. Anderson, Brown saves it. Michael Jordan with a pump fake. Makes you pay.
Well, another offensive board. I don't know how many times we're going to say it tonight. But Luke Longley, not as athletic as Anthony Mason or Patrick Ewing, but at 7'2", he's just long. Gets his hands on a lot of balls, keeps a lot of balls alive on the glass.
Largest lead of the ball game now for Chicago. They're up by 4. Longley guards Ewing. Patrick with a nice move to his left.
Luke Longley very frustrated in game 4 with the early foul trouble. Ended up fouling out. That time just conceded the shot to Patrick, up and over.
Steve Kerr, Hubert Davis chases him. And Kerr has it taken away. Charlie Ward is on the floor. And Ward with the steal. Left side, Willie Anderson. In transition, no. Rodman, yet another rebound. He's got 7. Michael Jordan underneath for Brown, who misses the shot. Anderson comes out for New York, 2-on-2. Davis, 4-3. No. Anderson saves it. There's an offensive board for the New York Knicks. First tonight.
And look at the result. A 3-point for one of the best 3-point shooters in the game, Hubert Davis. You don't want to give him 2 good looks, but you saw Willie Anderson with his athleticism just out-jumped Steve Kerr, who had good position. That's what's been happening to the Knicks the whole series.
Now they said Davis had his foot on the line, so they mark it at 2 instead of a 3. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Longley. I don't think that's the shot you want with 1 second to go.
No, but he had to turn around and shoot it. They didn't execute their offense or get into it soon enough.
Anderson with a stutter step, gets it back to Ewing. All ball for Randy Brown. Willie Anderson from the corner. And the Knicks are back on top.
And good execution by the Knicks. You can see Charlie Ward has given him a little bit of athleticism. Probably the best athlete on the court. And I don't just say that because he played quarterback in college, but he's very active, gets a lot of loose balls, helps out on the big guys in the paint, and is the best rebounder at the guard position.
Steve Kerr was fouled.
Michael Jordan just pump faking, getting the easy look.
Make no mistake, Spiff is here.
Big jobs need big muscle, we thought. So we built an engine with the power of 10 cylinders. A V6 should have V8 power, we thought. So we designed a multi-valve V6. A car should be as quick as it looks, we thought. So we built an engine that pounds out 450 horsepower. In fact, we spent so much time thinking about engines, you can almost hear the wheels turning. The new Dodge.
Excited about moving into your new home? Don't forget all the calls you have to make. Or you could make just one call to Address Express at 1-800-BEFORE YOU MOVE, and we'll notify everyone for you. We'll even give you some valuable discounts you can really use. And it's all free. A service brought to you by TCI. So call if you're moving and relax.
At TCI, we put our customers first. So we would like to explain one reason for cable TV interruption: a power outage. When the power system fails, your cable TV service will be interrupted until the power company restores the electrical flow. You may not recognize it as a power outage because your cable can be out, but your lights are not. That's because your cable TV may be powered from a remote area that is experiencing an outage. We are always sorry for the inconvenience of interrupted cable TV service, no matter what the source.
Chicago has a chance to win the series tonight. Orlando went for the sweep last night and came up short. They lost in Atlanta. Steve Smith with a big night, 35 points, and Shaquille had his patented problem down the stretch in the rebound with the free throws.
Well, beautiful game by Steve Smith. That was beautiful to see. But, you know, you can blame Shaq on his free throws down the stretch. Well, they weren't very good, obviously. Horrible, which is an understatement. But, Vern, 44 points in the first quarter by Atlanta. That tells you right there, Orlando did not show up to play that game.
Of course, the winner of that series meets the winner of this one. And how do you like the tempo of this thing thus far?
Well, New York's played well. They're playing hard. They're getting some good looks at offense. They just need to take better care of the ball. And they should stay in this game. Every game has been a close game. I don't anticipate anything different from this one.
Steve Kerr gets the free throw. And now has a chance to tie it up.
Steve Kerr, a perfect role player for the Chicago team. A great outside shooter. It complements the great one-on-one play in the system of the Bulls.
We're tied at 24. Little pressure applied by the Bulls as Charlie Ward brings it across. Ward, Davis, Anderson, Ewing, and Mason on the floor now for the Knicks. Pick and roll. Hubert Davis. Oh, dandy.
Hubert showing a lot more to his game than just the outside jump shot. He works hard as anybody in the league on his offensive game.
Pippen finds Longley. Longley up and under. Another offensive board, yet another offensive board, and this one taken now by Anderson. Here comes Hubert Davis. Kerr guards Davis. Ewing calls for it. Backs in on Longley, and he'll go to the free throw line. The foul is on Luke Longley.
Right here, Van Gundy has spent so much time with Hubert Davis and Charlie Ward. Here, Davis works a lot on his shooting off the dribble. Here, makes a beautiful left-handed shot over Longley. Van Gundy, as the assistant coach, spent hours, relentless hours. I was at a Phoenix game earlier in the year, the day before, a voluntary workout, and they were spent 2 hours just working on offensive moves.
Patrick Ewing gets the first of two. Charles Oakley getting ready to re-enter the game.
Van Gundy had a very difficult decision, though, whether to play Charlie Ward or Gary Grant. Gary Grant came in as Don Nelson's guy, played very well under Don Nelson. Van Gundy, Charlie's kind of his guy. He loves Gary Grant as well, but he had to make a choice. You can't play them both. And Gary Grant will be a free agent this year, and I think someone will definitely pick him up if New York's not interested.
Charlie Ward missed game 2 here because of a stomach virus. I want to congratulate you for showing stamina and health and coming back. You were almost on the injured list this morning.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling good this morning. I think I worked too hard. Worked out. It's this job. It's just really hard work.
The stress, right? Davis. Here's Ward, left side. From the corner, Anderson, no. Oakley, offensive rebound. 7:10 to go before the half. Boy, Ewing makes some wonderful shots down the stretch Sunday. Willie Anderson for 2 more.
Well, they spread the floor. They got a lot of athletes out there. Charlie Ward, Hubert Davis, and Willie Anderson at that 3 spot. When they have an athletic 3, it makes a difference for New York.
Largest lead by either team now, 6 for the Knicks. Alley-oop underneath, Pippen brings it back outside and takes the jumper. It will not go for Scottie Pippen.
Even when he makes a good shot, it rattles out.
Pippen is 0 for 5. Charlie Ward off the front rim. Brown for Chicago. 6.5 to go before the halftime break.
Charlie doesn't need to shoot that shot in transition, Vern. He can get that shot. They're doubling down off of him, not respecting his outside shot. He doesn't need to come down. He needs to explore. The ball goes inside. If it comes back out, then he should shoot it.
Randy Brown, that's way off the mark, and a foul is called by Steve Javit. Time has been called. We're at the United Center in Chicago.
Recently, Car and Driver magazine rated Dodge Intrepid over the new Ford Taurus. They described Intrepid as poised, agile, and athletic. They said it was born to run. They went on about its vast interior, calling Intrepid outstanding, and concluded it's a lot of car for the money. Car and Driver just can't say enough about Intrepid, but we like it when they try. Intrepid, this changes everything.
There's something about my hat that makes me feel mellow. When I wear it, I just want to chill. Some teams think I should wear it, even when I play. Get real.
Logo Athletic, authentic NBA licensed products.
Nice shot.
I've been a ball boy for the Sonics for 5 years.
You want a bounce pass?
I have a job to do just like everyone else. You got to be on top of things all game. As players check in, I pick up their stuff and fold it up. As they come out, put jackets over their heads. Once you're sitting this close, I mean, it's totally different than sitting in the stand. You're right there. It's quite a rush. Just being with the players this close, it's a pretty sweet gig. This has got to be the best job.
In Chicago, the Knicks with the biggest lead of the game, 6. They're up 30-24. A hair curling revolution was spearheaded in the 60s with the slogan, "Does she or doesn't she?" With Dennis Rodman, there is no double entendre. We know he does. They even keep track of his pigment changes in Russia. This is a birthday present from Luke Longley's wife, Kelly. We have orange, lime, cherry, purple, indigo, banana, butterscotch, blueberry, apricot, lavender. What color will his hair be for the birthday bash tonight? Only his hairdresser knows for sure.
Now you got to clean that mess up.
Holy cow.
I'm underwhelmed.
Dennis just went with the basic blonde.
Yeah. Disappointing. The performance artist.
He's played well with the blonde. I hope he just sticks with the blonde. He's doing well. He's under control. A little bit more mellow, playing great, putting up big numbers and killing New York.
As a blonde.
As a blonde.
Testimony to no one.
The popsicle in the Miami series got him in trouble. A little bit too many amps.
Yeah, 6 rebounds per game. Look, you go blonde and look what happens. Publish a book. Steve Kerr, Randy Brown, Scottie Pippen guarded by Anderson, pick and roll with Longley. The pass was there and Longley wasn't ready for it.
Well, New York got away with one right there. They left Longley wide open under the basket by trapping Scottie at the pick and roll.
Scottie Pippen gets the rebound. 5.5 to go in the first half of play. Randy Brown guarded by Davis. Here's Kerr, picked up by Charlie Ward. Pippen, Oakley has it. Kerr. Don't leave him that shot.
Well, Charlie Ward didn't even contest the shot. He was right there on Kerr, close enough. He needs to jump and contest that shot.
Ward and Anderson, Oakley and Ewing, and Hubert Davis. And Hubert Davis tried to set a screen on Longley, and Longley just rolled over him.
Well, Hubert Davis needs to go watch some John Stockton film and show how to use some leverage and be a little bit tougher in there against Luke Longley. Luke Longley just throws him around like a rag doll right there. Hubert's got to either do a better job of flopping or get a little tougher.
Steve Kerr became the inadvertent victim there. He got hit. Now Ward is going to sit down. Derek Harper's back on, as is Oakley. And Rodman replaces Steve Kerr. Anderson with 6 of the 10 New York points off the bench. A 2-point lead right now with 4:57 to go. Game 5. Chicago wins. They advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. It was in this round. They were knocked out last year by Orlando. It was in this round. They were knocked out 2 years ago by New York. 4-3. Davis, Oakley. Over the back on Longley.
Good job by Anthony Mason using those wide shoulders, holding Longley off.
Longley fouled out of the Sunday game, and he's going to give way to Bill Wennington now.
You can see Anthony Mason gets position on Longley right here, uses that body, just kind of keeps him away from the ball. That's what happens when you got that 6'6" body and that wide 200, and I don't know, what is he, 280?
Oh, at least. Yeah. Mason with the screen. Oh, he and Rodman are having some battle now. Underneath, Mason fends Rodman off and gets position for the pass.
And there he is, using those strong arms, holding Rodman, as big and strong as he is, and getting position from him.
Mason out on Pippen. Here's Jordan. Harper defending. Derek Harper with a foul, his second.
Watch Anthony Mason just hold him off. He's just got Rodman holding him from the side. Rodman can't push, can't even move him. Won't budge the tree trunk Mason.
Now Rodman will inbounds for Ron Harper, Wennington, Michael Jordan, and Scottie Pippen for Chicago. Davis a little late with the double team. Now he retreats, and Jordan goes baseline on Harper and hits it.
Well, that's a mistake. Davis is just tentative. He's got to make a decision. Either you're going to go double team and take it away from Michael, or you're not. You can't give them both. They double teamed him. Michael still got the shot that he wanted, and Ron Harper was open.
32-30. Michael is 6 of 12 now after a 1 of 7 start. Anthony Mason and Rodman. I bet Mason's going to Rodman's birthday party.
I don't think so. Mason stepping out, showing some range on that shot after banking in that first one. And there's the double team. They made up their mind. Rotation is terrible. They're indecisive on what they're doing defensively.
Rodman with another basket. Here comes the trap with Jordan. Oakley tries to save it. Is belted from behind by Rodman. And that's 3 on Rodman.
Right here, they decide to double Michael quicker. This time, Patrick rotates out from under the basket. Somebody else has to rotate out to the three-point shooter, not Patrick from underneath. And Dennis just going for the loose ball. Just gets caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
John Sally replaces Dennis Rodman. He sits with 3 fouls with 3:13 to go in the half. So 3 each on Longley and Rodman. Let me rephrase that. Mason wants to go to his birthday party. 34-32. Knicks up by 2.
Only if it's after midnight. Mason usually does his partying at 4 o'clock in the morning.
And you think Rodman doesn't?
I don't know.
I realize we're exploring topics about which you know absolutely nothing.
Definitely not. I'm in bed by midnight every night. Nothing good happens after midnight.
Oh, you denizen of Scottsdale. Back we go to Wennington. No. The tip. Ewing has it go off his hand. No. Sally touched it last. That's a call with which Phil Jackson found reason to disagree. 2:51 to go in the first half. 34-32 Knicks.
The NBA playoffs on TNT are brought to you by Beechwood Aged Budweiser, official sponsor of the 1996 U.S. Olympic team. This Bud's for you. And by the new Dodge. We're thinking ahead.
2:51 to go first half. The Knicks up by 2. John Starks rests. Patrick Ewing is on the floor playing with a couple of fouls. He has been the consistent one in the first 4 games of this series, and that hasn't been the case for John Starks.
No, Patrick has played excellent basketball throughout the series. John Starks had one great game where he had the 30 points, but has struggled from the field, particularly the three-point line, in their 3 losses.
Well, he had that 1 of 30. He has averaged 10 points per game in the 3 games they've lost. And tonight, John Starks hit his first attempt and has been blank since. Now pressure applied by the Chicago Bulls. Derek Harper, Anthony Mason, Oakley, Hubert Davis, and Ewing on the floor for New York. Ron Harper guards Davis. And there's another turnover. That's the 3rd turnover in this quarter for New York.
It's so difficult to make an entry pass to the post with Scottie Pippen defending that post. He's so long and athletic. Great anticipation.
Pippen 0 for 5 shooting the ball. Finally gets one.
Beautiful shot by Scottie. You can see he's turning it up a little bit. A very aggressive move that time with the ball.
Tied at 34. Mason battles Pippen for position. Doesn't get the pass, so he gets exasperated. Here's Patrick Ewing. Sally plays him one up. He's done a pretty good job on him, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. And right there, there's no double team. Sally's left hanging. Patrick, an excellent turnaround jump shooter in the low post. With Luke Longley out and Rodman sitting on the bench, this is a good time for New York to make a little run and close the half off.
Jordan misses badly. Oakley gets it for the Knicks. See if they go back inside. Here comes Patrick Ewing. And Sally picks him up defensively up high. Ewing again. Nope. Ron Harper goes over Mason to grab the rebound.
It's such a big bonus when you got guards that'll get back there and rebound. Scottie's feeling it.
Having missed 5, he's now hit 2. And the Bulls are up by 1. Harper Ron Harper. Here's Jordan at the other end. That's Jeff Van Gundy saying, let's take a 20-second timeout.
Well, we see Scottie Pippen, the aggressive move, but Vern, you know, he doesn't have a lot of lift with that sore back. You can see that's not the normal Scottie Pippen shot, only getting about 3 inches off the ground. Right here, he just shoots his little patented set shot from the three-point line. Been struggling throughout the whole series, but gets hot right now. Right here, Ron Harper, when you got guards that can rebound, what a difference. Jordan leaks out, gets the easy 2 points. An ill-advised shot by Derek Harper at the other end led to an easy point by Jordan.
What a wonderful pass from Ron Harper. Now Scottie Pippen struggling with his shooting touch. But as you said, Danny, he helps his team in so many other ways.
Now, Scottie Pippen can shoot 2 for 15 and still help you find a way to win. And that's the kind of player he is. When he is shooting the ball well and scoring at a high clip, that's when they win 72 games.
Well, we thought with Longley and Rodman out, it might be a nice time for the Knicks to make a run. Instead, it's gone the other way. Chicago gets a spark, and they're up by 3. Oakley, Harper. Now Ewing calls for it. Sally battles him. Davis takes the jumper. No. Pippen with a rebound. 5 rebounds for Scottie Pippen. Back to Wennington. Here's Michael Jordan. Over Mason.
There, that time they caught Mason with the snake bite. Michael looking at the ref saying, thank you. Finally, they're calling that. You think that's a ticky-tack foul, but that really messes up a shooter. You can't, you can keep guys shooting 20% all the time if they do that. Good call by Javi.
And Michael Jordan gets the free throw, the first. He'll shoot 2 more.
You'd be surprised how many times that goes unnoticed. A very difficult play for the official. He has to watch the three-point line, has to watch the contact. A lot of officials don't see that, and so players get away with it.
Well, that time, here's Judd Bushler. Played 5 seconds, hit a three-pointer, getting ready to come back on now, replacing Wennington. Final 36 seconds of the half. Patrick Ewing rests.
I never got away with that snake bite move.
I was going to ask if you did.
I got snake bit quite a few times in my career, though.
Coming up, the Reebok halftime report. P.J. Carlesimo joins Ernie and Cheryl in the studio, and they'll have news of Magic Johnson's retirement from basketball. That announced this afternoon. Jordan gets the free throws.
Bulls pick up full court, put a little pressure on the Knicks so they can't run down and get a 2-for-1 possession.
Largest lead of the game for the Bulls. They're on a 12-2 run now. Anderson back on the floor. Here's Hubert Davis, and Pippen knocks him loose.
Good drive by Davis. They have to respect that quick release and that beautiful outside touch. Good idea going to the basket. But the Bulls had a foul to give, so they got away with it.
Anderson, Mason, Oakley, Davis, Derek Harper. 18 seconds to go before the halftime break.
John Starks has sat the entire rest, or the entire second quarter.
Mason, Bushler. Wow.
Anthony Mason very frustrated. The open man was on the weak side of the court. Mason not very big out of those double teams. Never saw the open Willie Anderson on the far weak side.
Turnovers have hampered New York in games 1 through 4, and they're doing so again tonight. They've turned it over 11 times. Bill Jackson with 3.7 left.
That looks like John Madden's clipboard right there. There's lines going everywhere.
Look at Jackson over here on the telestrator. What does it all mean?
I have no idea. It looks like he's going to try to throw the ball to Michael directly, but if he can't, he's going to have Scotty cutting down the middle of the lane right here and try to catch the ball on the run, going to the basket.
I'm impressed if you were able to figure that out from that overhead shot.
I'm doing it more for alignment right here. Here comes Scotty. They're going to try to get it to him on the run.
Oakley, Bushler, and time expires. So a rather anticlimactic end to the first half of play. Michael Jordan has 11 in this quarter. And the Bulls go on a 12-2 run to end the half. They're up by 6.
We're hot and wild. Call Domino's now.
There is only one pizza that makes my picky taste buds go ooh, ooh, ooh. It's Domino's Pizza, just the way Domino's does it. That crust with that pepperoni, those zesty herbs. I like the deep dish crust, the hand-tossed crust, any Domino's crust. Just crust, crust, crust. You've got to try your favorite toppings and tons of cheese on that Domino's crust. It's your turn. For Hot and Wild, call Domino's now. And in a few minutes, you'll know what I mean.
Is this your idea of better TV? How about this? Or better yet, this. If you ask me, it's not the TV, but what's on it, like DirecTV. 61 movie channels, 28 music channels, 14 news and information channels, and 12 family channels. All together only on DirecTV. So you can really channel your family's interests. For the DirecTV retailer nearest you, call 1-800-DirecTV.
Some people say I've got too much on my mind. Movies, music, toys, correction. There's only one thing in my head, the championship. The championship. Because I got 10 fingers and no rings. And I love jewelry. That's what's on my mind. This is my planet.
You got room for a brother on your planet.
The Reebok Halftime Report is brought to you by Reebok. Are you prepared to say, this is my planet?
The Knicks with 18 points in the first quarter, 18 points in the second quarter. That's not getting it done. Chicago with a 6-point lead, 24 minutes away from moving on to the Eastern Conference Final. Ernie Johnson, Cheryl Miller, Blazers head coach P.J. Carlesimo in Atlanta. We got your Reebok halftime report. 12 days after his Lakers were knocked out of the playoffs in the first round, and after indicating that there were at least a half-dozen teams that would like to have him, Earvin Magic Johnson retired today. He released a statement saying he was satisfied with his return to the NBA, would have liked the Lakers to have gone a little further. I'm going out on my own terms, he said, something I could not say in 1992. We get reaction to the Magic announcement from Michael Jordan.
You know, Magic saw a different side of the NBA when he came back. I mean, he saw a lot of different signs with the youth change and the different motivations and the different incentives that some young people come into this game with. And I don't think he felt that he wanted to deal with it anymore. You know, myself, I've been very fortunate to be on a veteran basketball team where we've been established in our record and our history have been that it maintains that with Phil and other players that have been around even when I was gone. He had to come back to a whole new generation, and I think that was tough for him to deal with. I don't know how well he got along with his players in terms of what he expected of them and what they expected of him. And he's a fierce warrior. He's like me, I think, and we have certain expectations that we have as individuals that we like to see other people carry out so that we all prosper from, you know, from the being on time to the diving for loose balls. And some of the next generation don't do that, don't do those little things that makes a difference in winning championships. And I think that kind of got to him. And I think that ultimately made him make the decision of retire. I really don't know, but that's just my speculation on it.
Some interesting ideas to chew on from Michael Jordan. You had the rare opportunity as an assistant on the Dream Team in '92 to work with both of these guys. What's your take?
Well, I think it was very interesting when you watched Michael. I think he consciously deferred to Larry Bird and Earvin Johnson. There's no question who the greatest player is and was at that time, but I think Michael those guys were the captains. They were the one that set the tone, and I think you hear a lot. There's a great message for a lot of the young players in what Michael's saying right there. There's an awful lot for what he just said.
I think the entire season that Magic struggled with trying to bridge that gap between old school and the generation of today. I mean, think about what Magic learned from from Larry Bird and from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and, from all those great athletes. And I feel that he wasn't able to impart that knowledge to the players, and I believe that really frustrated him the entire season.
Michael makes a great point how his team is different. He said it in a nice, polite way, but he's very fortunate. He's on a veteran team. He's on a team that's having enormous success. Irvin did a great job. The Lakers were really good, and he really made a difference, but not at the level that he's used to excelling at.
It was 15 weeks ago tonight that Magic returned and led the Lakers past Golden State, and now it is over. When we come back, more Magic, the Orlando variety. Shaq and his buddies head for home with some unfinished business. We'll be back in a minute.
In racing, there's no margin for error. The crew follows the same procedures every time the car pulls into the pits. It's the same way at Jiffy Lube. We follow the same strict procedures more than 50,000 times a day. It's your assurance that when you bring your car to Jiffy Lube, the job will be done right. And Jiffy Lube offers Pennzoil. Jiffy Lube, the world's most experienced oil changers. That's why if it doesn't say Jiffy Lube, it just isn't Jiffy Lube.
Got no shirt, got no shoes, got no coat, so got me the blues. Yeah, I got no shades.
Hey! That's because you got no Pepsi.
Now the more Pepsi you drink, the more stuff you get from the new Pepsi catalog.
Got no mansion, got no yard.
This might be the end of the blues as we know it.
Drink a lot of Pepsi, get a lot of stuff.
You know, when you have something special, you don't just throw it away. Of course, years ago, we thought we could throw away anything. Just use it and trash it. Well, we're all a little smarter now. Instead of those one-shot batteries, I use Renewal from Rayovac. Advanced alkaline power. You don't just trash them after one shot. You renew them, and they come back strong. They say the world throws out 20 billion batteries a year. We can do a lot better. Play it smart. Rayovac Renewal.
This summer, the Olympic Games have a few new contestants. Aaron Grant, gymnastics. Chad the bouncer. Shot put. Congressman David Durbeck, 100-meter dash. And what Olympics would be complete without cream corn wrestling? On June 28th, let the games begin.
Yes!
Strip Teens, rated R. At theaters, June 28th.
Should be a fairly intense final 24 minutes in this baby. 42-36, the Bulls leading the Knicks as they try to close it out. The Reebok halftime report continues. When the Atlanta Hawks, already down 3-0, watched a 20-point lead vanish in about 9 minutes last night, there weren't many folks who thought they'd hear these words. Game 5 between the Hawks and Magic Wednesday night at 8 on TNT. But that is the story. The Hawks sending the series back to Florida, where Superman will try to put a Clark Kent performance behind him.
What are your thoughts right after this game? I mean, you struggled a little bit offensively, and the game had so many ebbs and flows.
I'm going to have to take the blame for tonight's loss. I was kind of counting my chickens before they hatched. I was thinking about other things, and I wasn't playing my normal game. But I'm playing my normal game on Wednesday, and I'm just trying to close out in front of my home fans.
Well, why does that happen? I mean, what is that a youth thing, or is that a concentration thing? How do you get to the point where you're thinking about other things?
I never make excuses for missing shots, especially, free throws. Usually in the fourth quarter, I hit all my shots and all my free throws. But tonight, it just wasn't there. But it'll be a Wednesday.
You being Bob made an observation that you didn't look as quick tonight. Did you feel okay?
I never make excuses for not playing well. So I'm going to just go home tomorrow, get a lot of rest, be mad, and stay mad. I'm going to come out Wednesday with a lot of vengeance, and I'm going to come out quicker than I've ever been before. I'm going to just play hard.
Shaq putting the game face on a couple nights early, ready for the next one. What chance do you give Atlanta here after at least avoiding the sweep?
Not
Go
much.
ahead. Go ahead. I know.
Not much. I always am critical of you guys and ladies for trying to predict, but no, not much at all. You're talking a team that's just unbelievable at home, a team that's got 5 guys playing well. I thought it was a strong statement for Atlanta. Chuck Daly used to talk a lot about players who didn't want to get back on the plane. Atlanta guys didn't mind getting back on the plane. They wanted to continue the series, and I think that was a strong statement by them. But to say they have their work cut out for them is...
Oh, it's huge, but, you know, Shaq was talking about he's going to come out harder and fiercer and tougher, and I'm hoping, Shaq, that means you're going to come out and hit some free throws, because he was absolutely horrible at the free throw line. But the Atlanta Hawks, I'll tell you, Steve Smith, when he comes out and he's playing aggressive offensively, it's a different team.
5 for 17 from the line, Shaquille O'Neal last night. They go for the clincher tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, right here, TNT. Back to wrap things up in just a minute. The Chicago Bulls trying to wrap things up tonight. They're on top of the Knicks 42-36, and MJ leading the way with 17. Hang around.
STP Son of a Gun Protectant makes vinyl truly shine. Leather more lustrous. And rubber more brilliant and beautiful. It works so well, in fact, some people even use it on cars. Son of a Gun Protectant, and also Son of a Gun Citrus Cleaner by STP.
No one knows why they play Follow the Leader, but at least we know who they've been following. Sea-Doo, the best-selling boat in the world.
You really want a cellular phone, but you're afraid of the service plans, activation, the true cost. So you go back and forth again. Don't do that. Come into Radio Shack. We'll patiently explain everything you need to know about going cellular. Then we can even sign you up. You'll see that not only are cellular phones nothing to be afraid of, they're actually quite friendly. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Now you can launch your business into cyberspace. With a new toll-free 888 number from AT&T. It gives you all the benefits of an 800 number and a free listing on the internet, where millions of customers can find your number, check out your home page, and order your products.
Your order's flying out the door.
One small step for you, one giant leap for your business. Toll-free 888 from AT&T for the life of your business.
What are the steps to winning in the NBA Finals? Step 1, play hard. 2, drink Gatorade. 3, match the inside of your cap with the winning team and the number of games it takes them to win the finals. And win a bag full of cool stuff. There will be over 1 million winning caps.
Sweat it out. Don't just watch the finals, play them.
Suggestion, don't wear all the cool stuff at the same time.
If you have one of those nifty previous channel buttons on your remote or picture-in-a-picture, it's ideal tonight because on TBS, Utah and San Antonio fixing to tip at the Alamo Dome, the Jazz trying to put them away. Remember, inside the NBA on TNT tonight, and it's Vince Cellini, of course, and it's PJ Carlissimo. He's putting in a full night here in the TNT studios, a 30-minute wrap of the NBA playoffs inside the NBA with Vince and PJ a little later. Here on TNT, 24 minutes to go. The Bulls trying to close out the Knicks. They're up by 6.
The Reebok Halftime Report has been brought to you by Reebok. Are you prepared to say, this is my planet?
If it's metal and it's outdoors, it needs rust protection. Enter Krylon Rust Tough. Spray or brush on a beautiful finish so tough it even protects against the destructive elements of nature. Well, most of them. Krylon Rust Tough protects tough.
In South Dallas, a lot of folks like to work on their cars, and a lot of them come to AutoZone. They save money on top quality parts, and they find helpful people like Rocky Brown. Oh, sure, there are other parts stores in town, but Rocky's the kind of guy folks go out of their way to see. He's good at solving problems, and he really knows his parts. You see, when it comes to getting the right part, the right price, and good advice, There's just no place better than AutoZone.
Rebel, take your creativity to a whole new level.
Express yourself with EOS lenses and the Rebel X from Canon.
Down at 92 South 20th Street in Battle Creek, Leo the Appliance Lion has been working out because he knows he's got to be in shape to move out all those appliances he's going to sell. Like this great Whirlpool 5000 BTU window air conditioner with two-way air direction and standard 110-volt AC operation, all for $219.
How am I doing, guys?
Looking good, Leo, looking good.
New York City, that's where you'll find the latest in men's high fashions, but you don't have to go to the Big Apple to do your shopping. New York Collection Menswear is in downtown Battle Creek with the latest in men's suits, pants, sweaters, shirts, shoes, and more. There's brand names like Used, Major Damage, Exhaust, Respini, Giorgio Brutini, Travel Fox, and many more. See their new fall line and take advantage of their 60 days layaway plan. Get a taste of the Big Apple at the New York Collection, 30 East Michigan Avenue in downtown Battle Creek. Open Monday through Saturdays, 10 till 6.
This program is authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the National Basketball Association. Any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
Welcome back to Chicago, Illinois, in Game 5 of the 1996 NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. These two bitter old rivals, the New York Knicks and the Chicago Blues and Bulls. Somebody's going to sing the blues tonight. I got there a little earlier than I wanted to. Chicago leading 42-36. Well, Jeff Van Gundy is singing the blues right now. He's talking with Craig Sager.
The Knicks were leading 34-30. Rodman, Longley, and the Bulls bench with 3 fouls each, but instead of extending the lead, coach, you're outscored 12-2 down the stretch. How do you turn it around here in the second half?
Well, we have to rebound the ball better, and we can't turn it over 11 times. You know, it's just giving them easy baskets off the turnovers. So we have to do better in those two areas.
You keep saying rebounding better. What did you tell the team about hitting the offensive glass?
It's not just the offensive glass. We got to take care of both boards, and you know, they know what they got to do to win. Whether we do it or not, we'll see. But there's no secret to rebounding.
Okay, thanks a lot. Good luck in the second half, Vern.
All right, Craig. And here's Michael Jordan, who wound up with 17 points, and gee whiz, another offensive rebound.
Yes, Dennis Rodman started the game off getting a lot of offensive boards, getting them in a groove, but Ron Harper's had a good time on the boards as well. The guards continue to dominate the glass, and Dennis Rodman. But you know, those offensive rebounds are so important, and we can see 33% on their first shots. In the game 4, Vern, it was under 30%. So obviously the key is to limit their first shots or limit their second shots and keep them shooting those first shots, and you have a chance to win the game. But Vern, that's a lot easier said than done. As we've said, you know, Van Gundy is going to pull out what little hair he has left if they keep killing him on the glass, because we keep hearing it: turnovers and rebounds, FGAs. It's a broken record.
Let's talk a little bit about Jeff Van Gundy and the job he has done as the interim coach, replacing Don Nelson in midseason. He seems to have established really believable credentials in the playoffs.
Oh, great finish to the season. A great series against a very fine Cleveland Cavalier club, sweeping them and giving Chicago all they can handle, making them feel mortal. And, you know, you just can't say enough about Jeff Van Gundy. I would be shocked if this guy was not the Knicks coach next year.
Well, he certainly has the support of his players. From what we know publicly, they have gone to bat for him. And I just wish he'd quit looking like a Dana Carvey skit.
And I think that Pat Riley needs to send him that sun lamp also.
Harper from the corner. No. Rebound, Rodman. Dennis running, gets it in the hands of Ron Harper, who loses control, but it's tipped last by John Starks as it goes out of bounds.
Ron Harper's had a fine first half with 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, doing a lot of the dirty work. Every team needs a couple players like Ron Harper. Do the things that go unnoticed.
Starks picks up Harper. Here comes Michael Jordan off the screen over Derek Harper. There was that snake bite. And Michael Jordan looked over at Steve Javie and said, "Are you going to call this?"
I don't mind it when they go in. You can let him get away with it.
Largest lead of the night now for the Chicago Bulls. Ewing counters with 2 on the baseline.
Patrick with that patented move over his left shoulder on the baseline. Luke not wanting to get in foul trouble. Good idea for Pat to go right at him and try to get him out of the game.
Longley on offense. Here's Jordan again. This one will not fall, and Oakley clears it for New York. Lead is 6. John Starks didn't play in the second quarter. Hit his first attempt of the night and has been dry at the well since, and Ewing was fouled. Longley just picked up his 4th.
And Luke's getting very, very frustrated. Patrick did a good job to spin in baseline, drawing the contact. Michael, very difficult shot. You know, in the old days, he would have taken that right to the hole and shot it over Pat, but he's become such an excellent shooter in conserving some of that energy in his old age.
Charles Oakley is getting some equipment repair that is desperately needed. We don't need to. That would no. Oh, good.
He doesn't need that string. Tear it out. Michael Cooper used to play with his pants like that all the time, with those strings hanging all the way down to his knees.
Yeah, you guarded him a couple of times, right?
Well, it was when he guarded
you, yes.
That's when the problems came.
44-39. Ron Harper. Oakley has cinched his pants up and getting ready to come back on the floor. Michael Jordan. Derek Harper.
They've gone right down. Michael doesn't like the hand checking Derek Harper's been doing on him the whole game. Gave him a little push off the ball, initiated the contact, forced Derek to foul him. I didn't really see a foul. I saw Michael make a very aggressive move. We can see Vern right here in this third quarter. They're coming right out, going to Michael.
Bill Wennington on in place of Luke Longley, who sits with his 4th foul. Here's Pippen guarded by Mason. Ewing comes on the double of Jordan. Back to Rodman. This time, Pippen strong up, no good. Mason clears it. Anthony Mason. Oh, that's a cheap foul from Wennington.
Well, Wennington had no chance of stopping Mason on the run in transition. He needed to get back and pick him up inside the dotted line rather than pick him up at the top of the key.
Wennington's first. And the Knicks with a chance to shave the lead now.
Yeah, see, I would have won that bet that Wennington got a foul first time down the court. We forgot to make it this time.
Yes, I know it. Starks his foul.
Wennington sits on the bench the entire game the other night in Game 4. Comes back, gets a dunk, hits a big 15-foot jumper from the baseline. Is the hero, is on Good Morning America or whatever it is in Chicago at 7:30 this morning. All of a sudden, he's a star.
You telling me you were up watching it?
I saw it, yeah.
No wonder you got sick. You were up too early.
Another unforced error by the Knicks.
I'll talk to you about your lifestyle. 44-39. 9:45 to go third quarter. Harper, Rodman, Wennington, Pippen, and Jordan. Pippen from Michael Jordan.
Tough shot by Scotty. Pretty good defense by Anthony Mason right there. But Scotty with those long arms just shot right over the top of him.
Jordan with an excellent defensive job on Derek Harper. It's stripped. Ewing gets the offensive board and finds Derek Harper.
Bill Wennington could not guard Patrick Ewing in the low post. They need to milk this play. Try to get someone an open shot.
Harper off the mark. Knocked out of bounds by Chicago.
There's WWF right there, going at it again.
Watch the defensive job here.
Well, actually, he gets beat by Harper, makes a good move to his left, but there's Scotty coming over, forcing Harper to pull it back into his right hand. Good defense by Scottie Pippen, cutting off Harper.
How tough has it been for this New York backcourt? They are combined 2 of 10 now. Harper and Starks 1 of 5 each. That one knocked out of bounds by Scottie Pippen. Anthony Mason saying, I was open.
And now we got Derek Harper talking about the snake bite, hitting my elbow.
Back to Oakley on the inbounds play. Lead is 7. Ewing. Pippen with a good job of fronting and steals it away from Oakley. Now brings it all the way down. Here's Ron Harper. Big one. Crowd was ready for it to fall. Mason denies them that pleasure of reacting to it.
Well, they couldn't make him pay. Well, what a beautiful defensive play by Pippen. He was beat and was still able to get the steal.
Patrick Ewing takes Bill Wennington to the basket and gets the foul.
Oakley makes a beautiful cut, a back cut. He's open, but Scotty reacts. He's blocked out by Oakley, but still reaches around him with those long arms.
One of 3 Bulls on the first NBA All-Defensive team, joined by Rodman and Michael Jordan, and a technical foul called on Derek Harper. While we looked at that, and Michael Jordan at the free throw line.
Well, those guys are all belong on the all-defensive team, but in particular, Scottie Pippen and Gary Payton are my 2 favorite on that team. Those guys really play defense from opening tip on.
Now Patrick Ewing at the other end. Bulls have already picked up 4 team fouls. And Ewing is now 3 of 5 from the line. That shaves the margin to 7 with 8:25 to go, third quarter. Bulls win tonight. They advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. But it has been a tough series against the New York Knicks. Ron Harper over Ewing, off the glass and in.
Oh, big shot by Harper right there. Good defense by Pat. Really got up and just missed blocking that shot. Harper with the high teardrop over Pat off the glass.
9-point lead. They'll go to work on Wennington again. Ewing goes baseline up and under, and with the finger roll gets the basket.
Beautiful play by Patrick, avoiding the double team, seeing Michael come down to double, spinning away and taking advantage of his size over Wennington.
Pippen for 3. And the first double-digit lead of the night.
And that's the first time we've seen Scottie Pippen raise that hand with cockiness and confidence. He struggled early in the series. So far since the second quarter, he's been shooting the ball well, and that's why they have the lead.
Mason fouled by Ron Harper.
The Bulls' personal foul, Ron Harper is first.
Already in the penalty, Vern, with 7.5 minutes to go.
The Bulls are over the limit. Anthony Mason to the line.
Anthony Mason goes to the line.
The Knicks have to take advantage of that. Keep trying to get to the line. When you have this kind of situation, you want to keep putting pressure on the Bulls defense, trying to get easy baskets, easy free throws. If you can only make your free throws, you have a chance.
I like that. It's a nice philosophy.
Yeah, it's a new philosophy, isn't it?
Goes right in there with FGAs and OBs.
Yeah, lots of FTAs can make up for a lack of FGAs, but you got to make them.
The lead is 9 with 7:23 to go. Free throws, Chicago 9 of 11. New York just over 50%. Here's Michael Jordan guarded by Derek Harper. Jordan now 9 of 17, and an 11-point lead causes the New York Knicks to call time.
Michael is just abusing Derek Harper down the stretch. Very concentrated effort for him to end this series.
The NBA playoffs on TNT are brought to you by GMC Sierra. Strength, style, and a little something on the side. And by Dutch Boy Paints. Give your home the lasting look of Dutch Boy.
Up here, I feel like traffic is miles away.
With Yukon's commanding view and accommodating size.
Unlike some others, I have virtually unlimited capacity.
Yukon can make you feel invincible. Yukon by GMC. It puts you comfortably in command.
There's a place where UV rays beat down so mercilessly they're nearly twice as intense as the sun's. No, it's not some blazing spot on the equator. It's the Dutch Boy Paint Testing Facility, where we test our exterior house paints to make sure they resist fading, blistering, and peeling. It's one of over 75 tests we do to make sure that when you buy Dutch Boy, you're not just getting a paint that looks beautiful, you're getting a paint that lasts. We guarantee it. Give your home the lasting look of Dutch Boy.
A mysterious accident. A deadly cover-up.
Who sent you?
3 women with something to hide.
I promise you, you won't be disappointed.
When you're searching for a killer,
You're going after him, aren't you?
the last person you suspect is the most dangerous one of all. Alec Baldwin, Heaven's Prisoners, rated R. Starts Friday.
Well, we mentioned the 3 first-team all-defensive players the Bulls have, but how about the defensive job that Ron Harper has done in this series, Danny?
Well, he's done a great job, and he's probably saying, hey, how did Michael get that all-NBA first team? I'm guarding the most difficult player in the backcourt by the Knicks, John Starks, who's the second leading scorer, and Ron Harper has outplayed him in every game with the exception of Game 3. And right here, Ron Harper showing this is a bonus. When he gets these kind of shots, Vern, that just helps him. He's out there to play defense and rebounds, but the guy who's guarding John Starks, only 2 points and 0 assists in this game so far.
All 5 shot attempts by Starks in the first quarter. And this foul on Wennington on the baseline.
Good play by Starks right there, and that's what the Knicks have to keep doing. We talked about them being in the penalty, keep going to the basket, forcing the issue.
Technical foul, Dennis Rodman.
Well, I think Dennis's reputation got him this foul. I don't think he hit Starks too hard. And Starks reacted back.
Ronnie Nunn called it on Rodman. Rodman and Starks are exchanging pleasantries. Now Rodman's gonna... I thought he was going to have a couple of things to say to Ronnie Nunn.
Well, he's had 5 technicals, 1 ejection in his 8 playoff games, but in this series, he's really been good. Been in his good behavior. He's played great. I think that blonde dew is doing him wonders. Yeah, I didn't see what he did there. I didn't think that he deserved that. John Starks overreacted on the play, and I thought Ronnie Nunn overreacted. But again, you know, Dennis has made his own reputation, so that's probably why he got that technical.
Starks with another free throw attempt. Well, the Knicks, 15 points in the last 12 minutes. They haven't been there offensively, and it's been yet another Bull defensive effort. 6:43 to go. Well, they were ready to crank up the videotape on that one.
I almost hopped out of my chair if that one would have gone in. Pulled my headsets off.
Mason and Rodman battling. Starts with a 3. In and out. Rodman is fouled by Oakley. Loose ball foul on Oakley.
Good call by Dick Vavetta, calling the foul. Michael took a big gamble right there, left Starks open for the 3, but when you don't get very many good looks and you work so hard for your shots, when you do finally get an open shot like Starks did there, they're just that much more difficult to knock down.
Tippin and Harper, Wennington, Michael, Jordan, and Rodman. Now Ewing on Rodman. Charles Oakley got him with his left knee. Just a moment ago, admire that shot attempt from Michael Jordan.
Well, Michael does a great job of rubbing that big, strong Mason who's trying to body handle him right there and just drives right around him. But there's a whole Knick defense we could come over to help, and he still almost makes it off the glass.
9-point lead, Chicago, 6:09 remaining in the third. Wennington calls for it. Starks fronts him.
Well, how many guys get replays run of them when they almost make a shot?
Long rebound. Oakley and Rodman battle. They got Rodman. That's 4.
Well, the Knicks are getting all the opportunities they need at the free throw line. But you can see Oakley knows he can't out-jump Rodman. Beautiful acting job by Charles Oakley that time.
And Oakley goes to the free throw line.
Two of the best actors in the game, Rodman and Oakley. It's beautiful to watch, that physical play. He could be in Jason, Friday the 13th right there with that mask.
And Rodman could be in Victor Victoria.
Or the Birdcage.
Oakley gets it. Charles Oakley suffered a... Rodman's still talking to Dick Bavetta.
He's saying he fell, he flopped.
Oakley back at the free throw line, shoots one more. Suffered a fractured orbital bone in the eye back in the early part of April. Thus the mask. New York has been to the free throw line 11 times in this quarter. Chicago hasn't made it there yet. Wennington over Starks for 2.
Well, Wennington's insulted because Van Gundy decided to put Starks on Wennington. So the Bulls reacted, went right down into the low post. Wennington made him pay.
Another Knick turnover. And underneath there's Rodman. Starks. Almost rode him for the full 8 seconds.
Well, that's a good foul by Starks. Dennis is not a good free throw shooter, only 50% in the regular season. He does the right thing. Grabs him, holds him. Dennis almost pats him on the butt. Says, good play, good play. This is the playoffs. That's all right.
Ronnie Nunn chatting with Dennis Rodman now. And Bavetta with a long distance call from under the basket.
Dennis 7 for 10 in this series from free throw shooting.
Mason. A 10-point Chicago lead. Harper guarded by Michael Jordan. Stark sets the pick. Oh, boy. Mason underneath. He bumped Rodman off the block.
Yeah, he gave Rodman a little pop, but again, Rodman doing a little bit of flopping on his own. A lot of acting going out there, trying to get the calls.
Lead down to 8 with 5:02 to go, third quarter. Michael Jordan, now Mason guards him.
And Michael talking to Anthony Mason.
Jordan now 10 of 19.
You know, when Michael starts talking, that just means he's focused. You don't want to get him in that kind of mode. But he's mad. He's not happy with the way his team's been playing.
Harper finds Oakley. Now they get it back to Derek Harper. Rodman guards him. John Starks, the shot clock at 3. Mason goes baseline. Foul by Michael Jordan.
Good play by Mason. Again, the Knicks are recognizing they're in the penalty. They got to keep pushing it, keep attacking the basket with persistence. Right here, shot clock down. Good spin move on Michael right there. And right here, he kind of just comes in and gives Rodman a little push, and Rodman tries to get the call, doesn't get it. Good roll by Anthony Mason.
12th free throw attempt of the quarter now for New York. And they get it back to single digits. Judd Bushler's going to come back on the floor for the Bulls. Replacing Dennis Rodman. Mason, who was held to 1 point Sunday in the Garden. Much more effective offensively today.
And he's had a good playoffs. Done very well in the Cleveland series and in all the games but game 4.
Oakley on Bushler. Ron Harper. Entry pass to Michael Jordan. Bushler for 3. And at the 4:05 mark, here come the Knicks with Starks and Ewing.
And that's not by accident that Bushler gets that open shot. They're doubling down on the Bulls right there, forcing Bushler to shoot.
John Starks from downtown, he misses.
And that's a bad shot, Vern. He's trying to get something going, and, you know, you got to respect John's effort and energy, but that's a bad shot. They're in the penalty. He's covered. If he's open for the three, shoot it.
Judd Bushler with a nice move.
And they're not paying too much attention to Judd. They don't have much respect for him and his offense, and he's made them pay twice tonight.
Back to a double-digit lead at 10 with 3.5 to go third quarter.
And in game 4, Judd Bushler came in and hit his first 3 shots. They better start paying him a little bit of respect.
Another turnover, unforced error, as they would say in tennis. Time called.
The NBA playoffs, Hawks Magic, tomorrow at 8 on TNT.
Up here, I feel like traffic is miles away.
With Yukon's commanding view and accommodating size.
Unlike some others, I have virtually unlimited capacity.
Yukon can make you feel invincible. Yukon by GMC. It puts you comfortably in command.
New York City, that's where you'll find the latest in men's high fashions, but you don't have to go to the Big Apple to do your shopping. New York Collection Menswear is in downtown Battle Creek with the latest in men's suits, pants, sweaters, shirts, shoes, and more. There's brand names like Used, Major Damage, Exhaust, Respini, Giorgio Brutini, Travel Fox, and many more. See their new fall line and take advantage of their 60 days layaway plan. Get a taste of the Big Apple at the New York Collection, 30 East Michigan Avenue in downtown Battle Creek. Open Monday through Saturdays, 10 till 6.
Down at 92 South 20th Street in Battle Creek, Leo the Appliance Lion has been working out because he knows he's got to be in shape to move out all those appliances he's going to sell. Like this great Whirlpool 5,000 BTU window air conditioner with 2-way air direction and standard 110-volt AC operation, all for $219.
How am I doing, guys?
Looking good, Leo. Looking good.
Coming up tomorrow, the NBA on TNT continues. Game 5 from Orlando. The Atlanta Hawks and the Orlando Magic. Orlando up 3-1, but the Hawks won last night to extend that series to a 5th game. And tonight, down in San Antonio, the Utah Jazz, who have looked so good in winning their 3 games, meet the San Antonio Spurs in Game 5. Karl Malone in the last game, and it's a 28-18 San Antonio lead. You can see the finish of that one on TBS when our game is finished.
Well, and a lot of the similar things happening down there. Utah just dominated that series with their defense to this point with a 3-1 lead, forcing way too many turnovers by San Antonio.
15 turnovers for New York thus far in the game, and only 8 for Chicago. Pippen, Ron Harper, Bushler, Wennington, and Michael Jordan on the floor for the Bulls. Scottie Pippen. Back to Wennington. Chased by Derek Harper.
And that's a beautiful box out by John Starks. That time recognizing Michael going to the boards. Fought him hard for position. That's what they need to do to get back in this game.
Starks to Derek Harper. Pick and roll with Patrick Ewing and Harper. Got it.
Good look by Harper. There again, the pick and roll. Got the mismatch. Bill Wennington trying to pick up Harper.
Lead is 8 with 2.5 to go third quarter. Judd Bushler. The putback is good from Wennington. Whoa, my goodness.
Well, he tried to dunk that ball. I think he thought he had the bull trampoline there or something.
And it's a 10-point margin again. Bushler out on Oakley. Starks. Oh, my goodness.
Charles Oakley needs to quit putting the ball on the floor. They're having trouble swinging the ball, trying to get the ball down in position to Patrick on the block. and he just puts it on the floor, tries to go right through the double team. Harper just strips him. Another turnover. Then he magnifies it, gets the foul, puts him on the line. Judd Bushler with a big, strong drive right here, makes Patrick come over to try to block the shot. Winnington almost gets the tip dunk, gets the same result. I think he should get 3 for degree of difficulty on that one.
Ron Harper goes to the free throw line. And while they chat about it, Harper heads over to the scorer's bench and now comes back. Oakley had 10 turnovers in the last 2 games, and most came when he put it on the floor.
Yeah, I don't know who he thinks he is. He's a rebounder. He's like Dennis Rodman. Go to the boards. He's pretty good at shooting the open shot, but he's not good at putting the ball on the floor.
Chicago now with 15 points off the bench. Ron Harper gets another free throw.
Particularly against Chicago's defense.
Right.
You know, they have all those long arms, athletic guys, and Harper, Jordan, and Pippen.
That one bounces around for a couple of seconds into the hands of the Knicks. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Derek Harper, Ewing, Oakley, Mason, and Starks. Here's Patrick Ewing. Fortuitous bounce to Mason. Starks open. Yes, for 3.
Big hoop for John Starks. He needs to get going right there. He's got a few good looks now. He finally made one drop.
I'll see if he picks it up defensively on Ron Harper. Here's Derek Harper, pick and roll. Michael Jordan and Winnington. Harper saves it. Foul, John Starks. Take another look, Danny, at the shot with the good look he got.
Well, and it all resulted from the offensive rebound. Those offensive rebounds kill you. Starks spots up, gets the easy look at the 3.
Now Ron Harper getting ready to go back to the line, and Steve Kerr will come on for Chicago.
And another smart play by Ron Harper, realizing they're in the penalty, had Starks running at him, went to the basket and forced John Starks with the hand check. Chicago shooting 82% coming into this game from the free throw line in the playoffs.
Charlie Ward is going to give Derek Harper a rest. And Steve Kerr is on for Chicago. 1:20 to go, third quarter. This crowd has been very quiet tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be this way in the Knicks series. The Knicks series.
I wondered. I thought I knew, but I still wondered.
And if this game gets close, gets down to single digits toward the end, you'll hear this crowd get very loud.
Anthony Mason will be getting.
Well, let's see if Charlie Ward can do. You know, he's a great penetrator. Kerr should not be able to keep Charlie from being able to penetrate.
Ewing, Bushler comes late with a double team. Anderson saves it for New York. They've got 3 on the shot clock. Mason unaware that the shot clock is going down. How can you be this late in the season and not know that?
Well, you know, Patrick Ewing wasn't double teamed, had Bill Winnington on him. Had to pass it out of the double team late. Anthony Mason had no idea what the shot clock was. Confused.
And the Knicks are heading for their 20th turnover in the 3rd consecutive game. They've got 17 now in this one. They turned it over 20 times each in games 3 and 4. Kerr with the entry pass off Ron Harper, but no, they say it was John Starks who touched it last. 42 seconds remaining in quarter number 3.
Perfect opportunity to get 2 possessions for 1. Only 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Winnington for 3. How about Scottie Pippen?
Offensive rebound, easy baskets for the Bulls again. Critical times at the end of each quarter, Vern, they've made little runs. First, second, and now the 3rd.
They lead by 12. Mason is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
So right here, Winnington shoots an uncharacteristic 3-point shot by him, but Scottie with those long arms and great jumping ability. Beautiful finish. Another board.
Well, the offensive rebounding edge now 11-4. It was 23-4 in game 4. Mason at the free throw line.
He's got that small lineup out there, wondering if that might be a factor as to the offensive rebound by Pippen. Willie Anderson, who's really a two-guard, playing the small forward.
Mason gets the second. And the lead is 11. Here comes Chicago. They've yet to turn it over in this quarter. Pippen. Loose ball foul on the Bulls.
Ooh, big play. Scotty got to the basket, but Vern, you know, I can just see a little bit of the lack of explosiveness that Scotty normally has. You can tell he's not 100%. He usually goes in there high flying, dunking the ball when he gets by his man. With no shot blockers in there by the Knicks, he just couldn't explode to the basket.
Now Starks will shoot it with 2.6 remaining in the third quarter.
Knicks have a chance to cut it to 9, Vern, going into the fourth quarter. They were down 11 late in the game of game 4 and battled all the way back to tie it up.
Starks gets 2. Almost stolen. It is. At the buzzer, the shot will not count. Well, John Starks got the 1 3-pointer New York has scored tonight in the third quarter. They'll need more of that if they're going to get back in this one.
When I was coming up, all I did was run and jump. Run, jump. Run, jump. Then I stopped and went to college, full time. Thanks to support from the College Fund and companies like Budweiser. As for hurdles, I got over them later.
Up here, I feel like traffic is miles away.
With Yukon's commanding view and accommodating size,
unlike some others, I have virtually unlimited capacity.
Yukon can make you feel invincible. Yukon by GMC. It puts you comfortably in command.
Gravity by Foot Locker. Of all the laws of nature, you are my least favorite. It's not your fault you exist, but gravity.
You are no friend of mine.
You do not belong in my house. Though you show up every morning.
I defy you, Gravity. You are not my obstacle.
That grin you see, that's me knowing I will beat you. If only for an instant.
Even if it's just for an instant.
Foot Locker, where it all begins and gravity ends.
Now you can launch your business into cyberspace with a new toll-free 888 number from AT&T. It gives you all the benefits of an 800 number and a free listing on the internet, where millions of customers can find your number, check out your home page, and order your products.
Your order's flying out the door.
One small step for you, one giant leap for your business. Toll-free 888 from AT&T for the life of your business.
To get out of rough, tall grass and weeds like this, you don't need one of these. You need one of these, the Weed Terminator.
The Weed Terminator replacement head with serrated edge blades cuts through tall weeds and grass with ease. The Weed Terminator replacement head installs quickly and easily, and changing replacement blades is a snap.
After all, there's a lot better things to be doing with your time.
Available at finer home improvement centers and retailers worldwide.
We come to you tonight from the United Center on Madison Street in Chicago, Illinois. 24,000 plus on hand tonight. Offensive rebounds in the series coming into the game tonight. A big edge by the Chicago Guards of 19-2. And just a moment ago,
Scottie Pippen sneaks away. Mason takes his eye off him. How can you take your eye off of Scottie Pippen?
We begin the fourth quarter. Vern Lundquist, Danny Ainge, along with Craig Sager. Steve Kerr's on the floor and gets the ball. Here's Dennis Rodman. Oh, he's become an offensive force. How about that strong move?
Well, that is a good move. They don't have any shot blocking on the court right now. The Knicks don't, and they double-team Steve Kerr. That shows you how little respect they have for Dennis's offensive game, leaving him wide open.
Rodman with 9 points tonight.
You know, Phil Jackson did a great job in Game 4 of diagramming 2 plays for Dennis Rodman to do just this thing. Catch the ball out of the top of the key, drive, and he dished off for easy assists in Game 4. Here he goes all the way to the basket and finishes. Phil Jackson said, hey, I knew they weren't going to defend Dennis Rodman. Good strategy.
But just like that, he picks up his 5th foul, so he's going to rest.
Well, they won't guard John Sally either. Maybe he can penetrate and dish as well.
Foul on Rodman, his 5th. He sits. And Willie Anderson, who's on the floor for the Knicks, will inbound. Randy Brown is back out there. Here's another steal. Oh, Oakley got it back.
Almost another turnover by Oakley.
Mason calls for it. Sally guards it. And they got Sally with a push from behind.
In some ways, Anthony Mason's one of the toughest guys to defend in the low post. He's not a good shooter, but he's so strong and a good ball handler that he has such a low center of gravity with that squatting 6'5", 280-pound body. How would you like to have him as a pulling guard?
Not a bad concept. Charlie Ward to Anthony Mason. Back to Charlie Ward for 3.
Big shot by Charlie Ward. As I watch Charlie Ward shoot before games and shoot-arounds, he's really got a beautiful-looking stroke. Doesn't make as many as he should. Maybe with more playing time, he can get that shot down.
Here's Sally. Ward goes for the steal. Randy Brown counters with the basket.
Randy Brown, another guy in this triple post offense. This triangle offense has really elevated his offensive game. Not known as a good shooter, but seems like in the playoffs, every time he's open, he's knocking them down.
Mason sets the pick on Steve Kerr. They get it to Ward for another 3-pointer, and Randy Brown chases down the rebound without many people battling him for it.
That's a good shot by Charlie Ward. The ball went inside. They double-teamed. It came back out to him. He needs to shoot those every time.
Wennington. And Michael Jordan hit the deck.
Well, Oakley didn't like the pick being set on him and decided instead of trying to fight around it, I'm just going to go right through it.
Mason will rest. Ewing is back.
Mason doesn't need a lot of rest, Vern. He leads the league in minutes during the regular season and minutes during the playoffs of all players that have made it to the second round.
Kerr finds Wennington. Willie Anderson. Reach-in foul. .10:02 remaining. That may be all that remains in the Knicks season unless they can mount a comeback here. Wennington. Michael Jordan goes baseline. Oakley with a rebound.
Good defense by Patrick Ewing, making Michael alter that shot. The Knicks need to get on a little run here. They need to get the ball, take advantage of Patrick down in the low post.
He's got it. Sally guards him, plays him straight up. Offensive foul, Ewing. That's his 3rd.
Very good heady defense by John Sally right here, anticipating Patrick coming back to the middle. Does a great job of flopping and getting the call.
You're waiting for your blind date. You're scanning the room. You've got minty fresh breath and you're oozing charm. Then it hits you.
Larry?
Oh! Bitter Bear face!
Don't let Bitter Bear make a bad first impression. Drink Keystone, America's least bitter beer, so there's never a bad taste, never a bitter face.
Take this. It's always brought me luck.
Stop making faces. Drink Keystone.
In South Dallas, a lot of folks like to work on their cars, and a lot of them come to AutoZone. They save money on top quality parts, and they find helpful people like Rocky Brown. Oh, sure, there are other parts stores in town, but Rocky's the kind of guy folks go out of their way to see. He's good at solving problems, and he really knows his parts. You see, when it comes to getting the right part, the right price, and good advice, there's just no place better than AutoZone.
Please kiss me, croaked the frog. And then the princess kissed the frog, and he suddenly turned into Charles Barkley.
Daddy!
Okay. You caught me. The frog turned into a handsome prince. I love reading with my kids. We all enjoy it. Reading builds a solid foundation for their future. Okay, who wants to read the next one?
Daddy, Charles must have been a really big frog.
Time now for tonight's Dutch boy in the paint. Take a look at the rebounding edge in the front court. And the back court, or the difference, rather.
And New York relies on their front court. Their back court doesn't do a lot of rebounding throughout the last few years.
Well, there's a guy on the right who traveled some distance to get here today. Spike Lee, who was in Cannes, France. Said he left Cannes, flew to Paris, caught the Concorde to JFK, then came to Chicago, and he's sitting next to a film critic. As a matter of fact, he's using his tickets.
Oh, hey, he's trying to get brownie points right there, Vern. He's kissing up to Siskel right there, trying to get good reviews for his next movie.
Well, he said Gene Siskel used his tickets in New York while he was gone to Cannes. Jordan. And Ewing gets it for the Knicks. The lead is 10 with 9:15 remaining in regulation. Charlie Ward, Willie Anderson. Jordan gets it back underneath. Here's Ewing. Basket counts. He'll go to the free throw line.
Good execution by the Knicks right there. Run a pick and roll, swing the ball around. Everybody has a chance to touch it on that possession. Oakley showing that we're wrong. He can feed a little bit. Good finish by Patrick.
Bill Jackson, something we've seen before, was working the officials and saying he traveled.
Well, Phil worked them all last game. Game 4 was calling the traveling, and a big possession at the end of the game. Patrick made a beautiful baseline move, not a travel. The officials called the travel, so Phil won the battle.
Three-point play for Ewing. Let's check in with Craig Sager.
Derek Harper's injured neck and shoulder flared up. He is on the bench right now getting a hot pack on his injured neck. Apparently, he says the stinger has flared up. He will try to go back in, but right now he's out getting worked on by the trainer.
All right, Craig, thank you very much. 8:45 remaining, a 7-point margin now. Michael Jordan hands it over to Willie Anderson.
And that was beautiful defense by Willie Anderson right there. Almost a steal by Randy Brown in the backcourt, Vern. You know, the Knicks are just taking it out of bounds, and they're not looking. Almost the third or fourth turnover they've had, just taking it out of bounds, throwing it blindly into that guard.
Tough shot for Jordan.
Maybe Oakley is blind with that mask on. I don't know.
4th team foul already for Chicago, traveling.
The Apple turnover.
Pippen, Kerr, Brown, Longley back on the floor, and Michael Jordan. Chicago has protected the ball well in this half. One turnover. Here's Pippen.
And that's obviously the difference for in those turnovers.
Ewing gets the rebound on the Jordan miss. A 9-point game, 8 minutes to go. Left side, Oakley. A 7-point game.
Good penetration by Charlie Ward, the best penetrator they have in the half-court offense on this Knicks team.
I don't think I know Chicago doesn't want to go back to New York.
No, they don't. I think this is Michael's time to take over the game right about now.
Longley. Loose ball. Pippen grabs it. Call timeout.
Timeout, Chicago.
7:35 remaining in regulation.
Sometimes there's a game on my corner, and I'm deep into my head, so it goes all like Zen-like. And check this out. I'm seeing Anderson, Robinson, Van Exel, and my man Sam Cassell playing ball when my guys play ball. And it's all about ball. And it's crazy, right? I mean, all in my head, but you think I'm crazy, right? Yo, I'm not crazy. I know what's real. I'm real. This is my planet.
Time changes. Nothing lasts forever. Either you change or you get left behind. Today's technology is amazing, but the batteries got left behind. Well, Railvac changed all of that. Renewal. They're alkaline, like regular batteries, but more advanced. You can renew them, reuse them, and they come back strong. It's so easy to throw them in here. Why would I throw them out there? Play it smart. Railvac Renewal.
When asked, 9 out of 10 people say they'd rather be on vacation than at home.
Come on. I'm bored.
Do you have to
But I have to practice. Mom, she's a trained professional.
Hey, do not throw the duck.
Of course, most of the people they asked didn't own a John Deere, because in survey after survey, folks are more satisfied with John Deere than other lawn tractors.
Honey, it's green.
It sure is. Nothing runs like a deer.
The Lazarus Man, Saturday at noon and 9 on TNT.
Knicks have put together a little run. They're right back in it. They're down by 7 with 7:34 remaining. 74-67 is the score. Anthony Mason rests. And a sports note from New York City. Dwight Gooden, we are told, is tossing a no-hitter for the Yankees. Top of the 9th, Seattle batting. Nobody out. And Gooden with a no-hitter thus far.
Oh, what a great story that would be. Well, watch for Michael Jordan right here.
Let's see where he lines up. Willie Anderson will guard Jordan.
Mason and Harper have done the majority of defending him throughout the course of the game.
And Scottie Pippen will throw it inbounds. Right above the movie section. Here's Brown, looks for Kerr. Charlie Ward on the floor for Derek Harper. Anderson. Michael Jordan misses on the reverse layup, and here comes New York with a chance to cut it to 5 or less. Hubert Davis guarded by Kerr. Ward comes off the screen right side. A little runner. Air ball. Pippen. 9 rebounds now for Scottie Pippen.
And Charlie lost a little bit of control of that ball as he was on his way up. Didn't have a good look.
Michael Jordan, who struggled in the 4th quarter Sunday, is 1 of 5 in this quarter. And offensive foul.
Michael got caught moving a little bit on that cross action after the ball went into the post to Longley.
4 fouls on Jordan now, and we're under 7 minutes. Brown guards Charlie Ward. Longley guards Ewing, playing with 4 fouls. Jordan. Longley stripped by Oakley, but then Randy Brown gets it back. At the other end, here's Pippen.
Good defense by Longley right there.
Good pass from Longley to Randy Brown, who loses control, and Charlie Ward has it.
And that's what Charlie Ward is great at, finding those loose balls, getting the steals.
Hubert Davis loses control out of bounds. It will be the Knicks ball to throw it in.
That's an excellent move by Hubert Davis. He just needs to be stronger with that ball as he takes it inside. But this is what Charlie Ward is great at, anticipating the play. Good defense by the Knicks. Charlie makes them pay.
The new Ford Taurus has people talking. Road and Track says the new V6 is a high-strung engine born to gallop. Chris Hayward said,
I'm surprised. A car this comfortable has that much pickup.
Automobile Magazine named Taurus Design of the Year. And Ray Wells agrees.
The new shape is just fantastic. Ford finally got me.
The new Ford Taurus. Now with $600 cash back, Taurus starts at just $17,945. Or get 2.9% APR financing. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Battle Creek Association of Home Builders proudly announces the 1996 Parade of Homes, Open to the public on Thursday and Friday, May 16th and 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday, May 18th and 19th from noon to 5 p.m. Tickets are $5 each for adults and free to children 16 and under when accompanied by an adult. Tickets are available at First Class Real Estate, United States Lumber, Culligan Water, Trim Built Kitchens, and many other businesses in the Battle Creek area. Tune into Cable Channel 10 for participating builders and parade homes.
Want rock-bottom prices on a new or used vehicle? Go to Sam's Club and Walmart's parking lots in Battle Creek now through Monday for the biggest Sam's Club automotive sale ever. 13 new vehicle franchises with over 1,000 new and used vehicles competing head-to-head to earn your business. On-the-spot financing and immediate delivery. Rock-bottom car, truck, and van prices now through Monday at Walmart and Sam's Club parking lots in Battle Creek.
Seven-point game with 6:20 remaining, and Michael Jordan, 1 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter. He's got 26, but versus Harper, 20 points tonight, 4 points on Hubert Davis, and in the fourth quarter, 2 points with Willie Anderson doing the defensive work.
Well, Willie's done a pretty good job, except Michael just went down the lane by Willie Anderson and was met by the other 4 New York Knicks at the basket. And that's how you have to defend Michael. But Vern, this is his time of the game. He didn't have very much success in the fourth quarter in New York, but you don't count on that happening 2 games in a row.
Derek Harper, Ewing, they double on him. He gets the return pass. Beautiful play underneath, and Willie Anderson misses on the shot and then fouls Scottie Pippen.
Oh, great pass by Patrick. Found Willie Anderson, who did a great job of finding the open seam right behind the baseline, but just couldn't finish it. Good pass. Patrick reading the double team. Willie just couldn't make it off. Couldn't decide whether to shoot off the glass or over the rim.
We near the 6-minute mark, and the lead is 7. Jordan guarded by Derek Harper again. Nothing wrong with that shot.
No, just weaved right through the whole Knicks defense again. That time was able to make the lay-in.
Now 2 of 6 in the fourth quarter. Ewing gets a little help from Ron Harper. Longley does, rather. Here's Ewing. The foul is called on Longley. That's his 5th.
And you can tell Michael wants to win this game right now. He's been kind of on cruise control most of the game, and right now this is his type of game. Crossover move, goes by Oakley and Harper, and just goes right over Patrick and spins it up off the glass. Beautiful finish by Michael.
Patrick Ewing back at the free throw line. Longley picks up number 5. Rodman is sitting with number 5, though he's going to come back on the floor here in a moment.
I still think they're going to be running their plays for Michael and not Rodman at this stage.
Here comes the NBA's answer to RuPaul.
The Knicks, to have any chance, Vern, I really believe John Starks or Derek Harper have to get hot and hit a couple outside jumpers, open things up for Patrick. Right now, they're doubling him the second he catches the ball.
Ewing can't get the roll. Loose ball foul on New York.
Loose ball foul, New York.
John Starks, his 3rd. 5:40 remaining in regulation. An 8-point Chicago lead. If they win, they advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. Michael Jordan. Kicks it back outside to Ron Harper for 3.
Oh, that's beautiful execution right there, Vern. Michael spun baseline, got the double team, found the wide open Ron Harper. Continues to make the shots when they need him.
Having had 2 chances to cut it to 5, the Knicks are now down by 11. Oakley gets the putback. 5 minutes remaining.
Beautiful offensive rebound there by Oakley. It looked like he used Luke Longley's back, give him a little bit extra elevation for that dunk.
Michael Jordan. Patrick Ewing. Walk.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think Luke Longley got away with his foul. He bumped Patrick as he came down. Patrick lost his balance and committed the travel. You see Patrick go up for the rebound right here, and he gets bodied by Longley right there and loses his balance and didn't get rid of the ball in time, and Steve Javie didn't see the play.
20-second timeout called by New York.
Right here, Derek Harper doing a good job forcing Michael. Sees the double team coming from the top. Spins baseline away from Starks. Right there, Ron Harper wide open. Nobody rotating to him. Has all day to shoot. Continues to make the big shots for the Bulls.
Patrick Ewing exasperated. Ron Harper putting together another exemplary game. He's got 12 points, no turnovers. He's been a factor defensively on John Starks tonight.
Doing all the things. You know, used to be a star in this league. Guy that was on the borderline every year making an all-star team. Accepted a lesser role here in Chicago. And he's paying off for the Bulls and his sacrifice that he makes to play.
9-point lead.
You can see Patrick and Steve Javy. Patrick pleading with Steve Javy. Javy did not have a good angle to make that call.
Foul called by Ronnie Nunn, and Scottie Pippen is going to go to the free throw line. Well, update you from New York. Dwight Gooden walked 2 in the 9th, but he still got his no-hitter.
That's okay if you walk Ken Griffey.
Yeah, that's tactically a good idea.
That's what I'd do if I had a no-hitter facing him.
Scottie Pippen gets the first. A 10-point San Antonio lead. They've reached halftime. The Jazz can wrap it up if they win. They won game 1 there by 20. And we're back to an 11-point lead with 4:34 to go. Starks. Now Pippen guards him. The runner no good. Scottie Pippen gets the rebound.
Great defense by Starks.
That may be the knockout punch.
They call that the worm dance.
These days, you're working harder than ever. You need a truck that does too. Don't move. Introducing the all-new 1997 Ford F-150. With even more horsepower and torque, and all the legendary strength of an F-Series.
Better get to the Grand Canyon before we do.
The all-new Ford F-150.
Beck's, the original import. Taste German beer at its finest. Beck's, America's favorite German beer.
Announcing Goodyear's Race Days Tire Sale. Save up to 25% on all Goodyear Eagles and all Goodyear Wranglers. Other Goodyear tires from $19.99. Get to Goodyear and save. And ask about Infinite Tread with a lifetime Tread Life limited warranty.
Che bella cosa la dolce vita. Volare la noche caliente en su esplendor suave.
God bless America. 100% cotton, cut for comfort. Fruit of the loom. Really, really comfortable underwear.
Oh, Vern, we can see Derek Harper right here, Mason here, Patrick here, Michael's over here. Harper's going to run all the way across the court and ignore Dennis Rodman coming down the lane. Nobody stops ball. Nobody gets back to pick up Rodman. Terrible, terrible transition defense at a critical time of the game for the Knicks. Patrick trying to defend 2 guys. No help from Mason.
How about Dennis Rodman, back-to-back games where he's had a key assist in the late going.
You know, Dennis is an excellent passer. He did a good job, I thought, last year in the playoffs with San Antonio. When they'd run pick and rolls with him, they'd throw the ball to Dennis. He made good decisions with the ball.
Let's check the lineups now. The Knicks have Derek Harper, Oakley, Mason, John Starks, and Patrick Ewing. Starks is 2 of 9 tonight. Tough shot.
Big shot for Patrick. You know, a lot of people say Patrick doesn't make big shots in the fourth quarter. You got to be kidding me. I played against this guy my whole career. He made a lot of big shots against us in the fourth quarter. People just don't remember because they always remember his team falling short in the finals. And until he wins a championship, he'll always have that stigma, which is unfortunate.
Jordan. Jordan just looked over at Spike Lee and waved bye-bye.
Yeah, I think he thinks that's the nail in the coffin right there, and it very well may be.
It was a very subtle wave, I might add.
But that's the cockiness the Bulls really haven't had in this New York series. New York has done an excellent job playing physical basketball, and Chicago has seemed mortal, and almost, I bet Orlando has a chance to beat them, or feels like they have a chance to beat them in the next series.
Rodman called time as Pippen grabbed the loose ball. Alert play by Dennis Rodman to save the possession with 3:02 remaining in regulation. Watch this now. As he backs up.
See you later, Spike, he says. See you in the next Nike commercial.
You come all the way from Cannes and you can't.
The NBA playoffs, Hawks Magic, tomorrow at 8 on TNT.
If you're up early enough to have the road to yourself, driving can actually be fun.
My hot rod days are over, but I'm still more likely to pass than to be passed.
Sometimes on the weekends, my husband and I just like to kind of take off and lose ourselves in the beautiful scenery. If he's driving, west.
That way. I'm not.
That's very easy.
Now with $600 cash back, Ford Contour is just $14,590. Or get incredible 2.9% APR financing. Hurry, this offer ends soon.
The future just keeps coming at you. I think about kids today, those video games they play. Every year, new generation, more advanced. Well, this is the next generation of power. Renewal from Railback. They're alkaline, like regular batteries, but more advanced. You can renew them, reuse them, instead of just throwing them out. They don't just come back, they come back strong. Play it smart. Railback Renewal.
I wasn't looking for love. With just a glance it happened. Love came looking for me. Get out of my way!
Dockers flat front khakis.
Well, Michael Jordan hits a three-pointer from about 30 feet, then looks over to Spike Lee and gives him the look like that's the nail in the coffin.
It was a bye-bye wave. It's not over yet. We got 3 minutes and 2 seconds left. So if they beat us, they're a better team. But
what about the white tie? You ready to throw it in yet?
Not yet.
Okay, let us know when.
How about a bucket right here by Jordan? Then he'll throw it in.
Hey, Craig, he's the director, not you. Another board from Rodman. And they'll spread it out and work some clock. 2:50 to go. Long lead.
And there's nothing you can do about that, Vern. They just spread the court. They have better athletes, more athleticism out on the perimeter. And that's what's going to win them this series right here. They haven't played well offensively. You got to give a lot of credit to New York. But Chicago's athleticism won this series. And there was a perfect example of Pippen just blowing by the defender, Oakley, laying it off to Longley, drawing the foul.
Longley gets 2, and the lead is 14. Derek Harper, well, these are the 2 oldest teams in the playoffs, and one has to wonder how long this current New York Knicks team will stay together. You expect wholesale changes in the offseason?
I think New York is going to make some changes. I think they tried to make some changes at the All-Star break, and I think they will make some changes. Derek Harper's a free agent. I think they should try to re-sign Derek Harper, a true professional. He's got a couple good years left in those legs. But I think that they have some money under the cap. They have a lot of draft picks. They got 3 #1 draft picks they can use as trade, or they can use to draft some good young players. But there'll be some wholesale changes. But that guy, Van Gundy, should be the guy that directs that new team.
Patrick Ewing gets the free throws and cuts the lead to 12. 2:30 remaining in this one. And the Bulls will have a chance to rest for a bit before they take on either Orlando or Atlanta. And long odds it's going to be the Orlando Magic who play at home tomorrow night, a game you can see on TNT, against Atlanta. Jordan, the hand check foul called on Derek Harper. Don't forget, coming up when this game is over, Inside the NBA. That's coming up after the game. Vince Cellini.
Hey, and Vern, you know, the Knicks have done a great job in this series. Nelson gets fired halfway through the season. Van Gundy takes over a team that a lot of people thought were too old, and they've given the Bulls a real tough battle. And they've played a lot better in the playoffs than anybody in New York, their fans, anybody in the league expected them to play. You got to take your hats off to Van Gundy and the New York Knicks. They are warriors, as Michael Jordan said in the pregame.
Came in as the #5 seed, swept Cleveland, and then went to 4, but were competitive, and went to 5 rather, competitive in every game, including Oakland. And he gets the basket. He'll shoot the free throw.
I think if you're going to keep Patrick Ewing, which I'm sure they're going to do, you just need to get some shooters around him. They have a tough time getting the ball low on the low post. He has to step out continually. He's got Oakley and Mason always feeding the ball into the low post. They need some shooters around Patrick Ewing, particularly at that 3 spot.
Longley fouls out. Second game in succession, and Steve Kerr will come on the floor. You know, look at that Chicago bench. You got to go through a whole bunch of suits till you get the players over there.
They got the most coaches in the league.
Count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in suits.
They got Jack Haley over there. I don't know what he is. I wonder if he's going to get. Is he going to get a player's share, a coach's share,
or a Rodman share,
or a wives share, babysitter's share?
2 of 2 remaining in this one. Yeah, the Bulls may lead the league in suits.
Well, Luke Longley had to go out because he's got Shaq waiting for him next week.
Now, Kukoc is a suit, and he's way down he could be back overseas.
Hey, I love Kukoc's line about winning Player of the or 6-man award. He gets that 6-man award. He says, "Hey, I like that 6-man award, but I still want to start."
Dennis Rodman with the punctuation point.
Here we got Dennis. Nobody guarding him in the half court again. Drives free to the basket.
Almost knocked out Pippen.
You know, Mr. Guy, life hasn't always been easy for me. Didn't make the cut my freshman year in high school. Didn't get drafted my senior year. What a crying shame. Didn't make the Pan Am team in '87. Or the Summer Games in '88. Harvey though. Now you want to know how I got where I am? Well, if the blues don't kill you, brother, they'll make you a mighty, mighty man. You can say that again.
When I was just a little boy, I asked my mother, what should I be? Shall I be handsome? Shall I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera.
Just because your dreams have been crushed doesn't mean your boys have to be. 100% cotton, cut for comfort. Fruit of the Loom. Really, really comfortable underwear.
What are the steps to winning in the NBA Finals? Step 1, play hard. 2, drink Gatorade. 3, match the inside of your cap with the winning team and the number of games it takes them to win the finals. And win a bag full of cool stuff. There will be over 1 million winning caps.
Sweat it out. Don't just watch the finals. Play them.
Suggestion. Don't wear all the cool stuff at the same time.
Dennis Rodman turns into an offensive force tonight. 11 points for Rodman. And that has helped propel the Chicago Bulls to a 14-point lead. Let's check in with Craig Sager.
This is the Bulls' 432nd consecutive sellout. Courtside seats go for $350, but there hasn't been a ticket available since 1987. But this is the hottest ticket in town tonight. An invitation to Dennis Rodman's birthday bash at the Crowbar. 1,200 of his closest friends, relatives, and acquaintances. It ends unofficially at 4 a.m. or sometime tomorrow morning, but I think it started moments ago. Vern?
I know, Craig, you're going to go, but I got my doubts about Ainge.
You know I won't be there, but you know Craig will for sure. That's Craig's invitation, by the way.
We're going to count on Craig to uphold the Turner Sports Division.
He's a reporter. He's got to be there. He's got to cover the story.
That's a new twist on the O-line if somebody's got to do it. Rodman got the technical. He is ejected.
Well, he can get a head start. He can get a head start of that party right now. He can beat the traffic. That's all right, Dennis. Don't let it spoil the parade.
Talk about the Rainbow Coalition. Well, now he's got to leave the court. And Pippen leads the cheers. – 12 rebounds, 11 points, and a couple of timely assists.
A great series by Dennis Rodman. He's done everything. He's demanded so much attention by Charles Oakley and Anthony Mason. It's opened up opportunities for Pippen and Harper and Jordan and Winnington and Longley, all his teammates, to go in and get easy putbacks.
Oakley misses the free throw. Rodman has to leave the court. Well, let's see. He's going to walk right by the Knicks bench. There's the word for Jeff Van Gundy. Here comes the jersey.
Dennis trying to get the crowd fired up. He knows that there's a lot of work left to do for the Bulls to win their championship.
He is a work in progress. And I think sometimes he's putting us all on and laughing at our expense.
No question about it. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows what he's doing right there as he went off the crowd, talked trash to the Knicks bench, got the crowd all fired up.
Oakley, who occupies an opposite end of this planet, doesn't get the free throw. Winnington throws it away. It'll be the Knick ball.
That guy needs a different size of jersey. He won't fit in Rodman's jersey.
The fans begin a derisive chant. 1:22 to go. The double on Patrick Ewing. Scottie Pippen all over him. Starks. Mason. And Oakley. It kind of summarizes the night for the Knicks. 1 minute remaining.
Anthony Mason making a hard foul on Michael Jordan. You know, they got to think about getting Michael Jordan out before this game's over. Anthony Mason might stick a knee in his thigh or something crazy. Scottie Pippen's had back problems. You never know what Mason might do.
Jordan at the free throw line, where he is 6 of 7 tonight, make it 7 of 8. And 34 points. Siskel is explaining to Spike Lee how this all happened. Oakley is out. Grandison is on the floor now for the first time in this series. And San Antonio leads by 8 in the third quarter.
Well, Ron Harper right there is telling Spike Lee he can go home and watch the rest of them on TV.
Jordan gets them both. 94-79. John Starks gets a basket and will shoot the free throw. Are you one of those who think if it comes down to Orlando, Chicago, it might go 7?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great series. Again, I just don't think that Chicago can be beat. You know, a lot is going to depend on the health of Pippen and Kukoc and Jordan. But Pippen and Jordan look pretty good tonight. Kukoc is supposed to be back this weekend. I think it's going to be a great, great series. Chicago's look like they have potential to be beat, where earlier in the year people doubted that. But I think New York has had a lot to do with their struggling offense.
I can just hear Steve Smith and Lenny Wilkins and Christian Laettner and the rest of the Atlanta team saying, wait a minute. But they do face a formidable obstacle, and here's the standing ovation for the Chicago Bulls.
Well, Vern, Atlanta can't beat Orlando. If Orlando's not mad at their performance last night, then they're going to be in for a long series when they get against the Bulls, because they got to play a lot better. And they want to end it too, because Penny Hardaway's not been 100%.
Ron Harper, terrific game tonight. This one ends appropriately enough in front of New York's most celebrated fan, Spike Lee. And Phil Jackson, the NBA Coach of the Year, has his team in the Eastern Conference Finals. They are 8 victories away from their 4th NBA title of this decade. Let's go to Craig Sager with Michael.
Michael, this was the round where the comeback ended a year ago. You have unfinished business, but how satisfying is it to get past this round and past the Knicks?
Well, I think we accomplished a major feat by getting back to the conference finals, but I don't think our task is any easier. You know, Orlando's playing extremely well, and, you know, we're not playing extremely well offensively. Defensively, we're playing well, so we got to play a lot better if we plan on beating Orlando.
Orlando gave you problems last year. What concerns you most about the Magic?
Well, they got so many weapons. You know, on any given night, any of those 5 starters could give you 30 or 40 points. So defensively, we got to do what we can to try to contain them. Shaq is going to get his touches. We know that. We just got to make sure that they're tough touches. And if you get a chance, we can't give no easy baskets.
We're standing about 35 feet from the basket. You buried a 3, looked over to Spike Lee. Was that to tell him to go on home?
Yeah, he can have a safe flight back to New York.
Okay, thanks a lot, Michael. Good luck. Vern?
Okay. I know we appreciated the wave when Michael waved at Spike Lee. I'm not so sure that Scottie Pippen even saw it, but Scottie was busy on the court at both ends tonight. We seem to do this a lot after a Bull victory. Come over and chat. Congratulations to you.
Thanks a lot. It's a big win for us. It's been a tough series, you know, even though we beat this team 4 of these games, 4 out of 5 games. It was a tough series all the way.
Tougher than you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, it was. Well, we know New York's a very physical team. They're going to play hard. They're not going to give up no matter what. And, you know, we just had to stay focused as our ball club continue to go through these games and not really get wore down with the physical play.
Scotty, you guys come out, you win 72 games. You sweep Miami. You make them look awful. It almost seems like you're immortal. Nobody thinks the Bulls can be beat. All of a sudden, you run into a New York defense that's tough. Scottie Pippen's a little bit sore. Kukoc goes out. How much credit do the Knicks deserve for how bad you guys are playing offensively, and how much is it just the injuries and out of sync?
Well, I have to give credit to the New York Knicks ball club. You know, they play us tough every time we face them, and we know what type of physical challenge that they present every night out on the court. But, you know, I think as our ball club look at ourselves, we haven't played well throughout this whole series. I thought we played very well in the Miami series, but in the New York series, we haven't played up to our potential.
How are you feeling physically? I mean, it looks like a couple times you drive in there and it doesn't seem like you have the same explosiveness to the basket of Scottie Pippen of old.
I felt a lot better tonight than I did in the game Sunday, but, you know, I'm kind of loosening up as the game going. You know, this has been a physical series, so it's taking its toll on me to some degree.
Well, you got a few days to prepare until the weekend anyway. Time to get some rest. What are your main concerns about going against Orlando?
They're a very strong ball club. You know, all 5 of their starters, their bench is something that we definitely got to stop. But we can't let all 5 guys get in double figures each and every night. But hopefully Atlanta can keep that series going.
Good job.
All right.
15 points, 11 rebounds for Scottie Pippen, and the Chicago Bulls go by the New York Knicks in 5. We'll be back in a moment.